Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come in week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this place called Babylon the Great, and let you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans know you are the children of Israel. First and foremost, we want to give all praise and honor and glory to
Yahweh,
Bashem,
Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakadash.
Double honor to our apostles and elders, a great millstone that taught us his truth and that ruled well. And salutation and much love for you, I can push his truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth, and during afflictions to feed and edify the elect, man. Alright, so again, we are here another weekend, man, prophesying the downfall of this here place that you know of is America, known in the scriptures as Babylon the Great. Alright, we live in these times of prophecy where prophecy is speaking heavily and everything like that. In fact, can you have put 2 and 3 for me real quick? You know, we're in, how you say, dire times right now. You know, we speak about this, we live in real-time running prophecy, man. Alright, we're running out of prophecies in the scriptures right now, man. There's no more, not too many things far off anymore. Everything is all running real time right now, man. Alright, it's no longer time of the prophecy of the mark of the beast. We live in real time as they're implementing it, you know? Alright, so go ahead with 2 and 3.
God. It's Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
God, so the vision is yet for an appointed time. That's like those prophecies, alright? It's far off, going off at a certain point in time. You're telling about it in the future, alright? Go ahead.
Though it tarry, wait for it. Because
go back a little bit. But then it should speak. Read that part again.
Okay. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
God, those are the prophecies being said out in the future. Go ahead.
But at the end it shall speak.
And right now we're living in that real time where it's actually speaking right now, real time. As you can turn on the news, you can see all these things going on right now, man. All right, with the lockdowns, the COVID, and all these different things, this is real time. Them setting up that enterprise, all right, that they're trying to fulfill according to what is that, Job chapter 5. All right, they're trying to get their enterprise together, man. What you know of is the New World Order, man. Esau's trying to rule over the whole earth and have domination over the whole earth, man. All right, we're coming to the end time where he's seeing he's about to fill his belly. All right, but this is where all these prophecies are starting to culminate, man. This is the end times where these prophecies are starting to speak, man. At the same time, man. And not just that, you have economic woes, man. All right, all over the whole U.S., all over the whole globe is going through some kind of woes, man. So right now, these prophecies are speaking loud and clear. All right, go ahead. Read it again. Yeah, go ahead.
It's Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
Hey, Con, because you know, grab that for me a second. Chapter 2 about fathers sleep.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3. Knowing this verse, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation.
And so what you have going on, you know, I know with my grandparents and so on and so forth, they say, hey, we've seen these same things going on since I was a little kid and so on and so forth, man. All right, but one thing that we can say in this generation that they can't say about, you know, the prior generations, you know, we keep talking about the RFID chip, right, being the mark of the beast. They didn't have that technology back then. They didn't have a use and a need for it right now, man. All right now the conditions are perfectly set and perfectly straight for all these things to come to pass, man. All right, they got everybody panicking and in fear right now. They tell you to put on this mask so you can get checked and everything. So how much more when they got this real-time device inside of you to check your health and alert you when somebody gets sick, man? This is going to allow you to sit here and beg for this new system, to beg for Esau to be your God, man, and tell you what's safe and what's not safe so you can trust in him and his devices, man. All right, this is the battle that you see going on right now with Esau coming to rule over the earth. In fact, can you grab me Revelation 11:11 and then 12 and 12 after that.
This is Revelation chapter 11 verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them. And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
God, so when you go into this, you can go read in Ezekiel 37, I believe verse 10, talking about I prophesied as I was commanded, and there arose an exceedingly great army. All right, talking about the men of the Lord being rose back up. All right, the valley of the dry bones and so on and so forth, man. All right, so just like in the old times, people say, hey, like our fathers before things happen, you know, we've been waiting on this forever and forever and forever. Things continue on the way they are, man. But now things are different, man. You start to see, again, these prophecies are all speaking simultaneously, man. The children of Israel is being raised back up. The knowledge is increasing in the earth, man. These seals are being broken, man. The mysteries of the Bibles are being revealed unto you day in and day out, man. The mysteries of the son of perdition, the wicked man, is being revealed unto you, man. All right, there, all these mysteries and these things in the end are all being revealed all simultaneously, making it different from any other time and place in the earth, man. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans never knew who you were. We never told you who you was in captivity up under, who the so-called white man was. We never told you, nobody ever told you what, that you was even included in the scriptures, man. That the Most High loved you above all these other nations, man. But now this is all being revealed, and now this is waking our people up and bringing them back unto the Lord, man. All right?
Amos 3:7 says the secrets of the Most High, Yahweh, Bashim Yahshai, is revealed into the servants of prophets, man. So that's why.
Just go ahead and pull that. Go ahead and pull that. Start at verse 1 and then jump down to that. Hold that still.
This is the book of Amos. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. And it reads, "Hear this word that Yahweh have spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt."
And Khan, so the whole family of Israel that came up out of the land of Israel was you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, you that was when you was all together at one point in time. You was actually not to say born in Egypt, but you know it was like what 70 souls that went into Egypt, and you came out as a small nation, man. All right, all 12 tribes at this point in time, man. All right, continue on.
You know, also too, I can back you up. You know, the reason why Jake is so bugged out too is because they rejected Yahushua. And that's why in Isaiah the first chapter says, the ox on the owner, the ass's master's crib, but my people do not know. So, oh ye rebellious house, stiff-necked people, man. So this is why the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians can't see the signs of the so-called white man, so even being the devil. Right? And they can't, they walk past us, ride a bike, skip, hop, you know, on boats, whatever. But the reason why they can't see it is because the Heavenly Father have what? Put the spirit of deep sleep upon them. Because this is the time of the prophets. See, this is the reward, all right, that we've been waiting so long to see you two-thirds downfall and destruction, you see? So this is a beautiful time for us, in a horrible time for our two-thirds that have joined hand in hand with this so-called white man, he's so evil. You know? Amos 3, and I'll start from verse 1 again. "Hear this word that Yahweh have spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family, which I have brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities."
And hey, it says only you have I known among all the people on the face of the earth, man. The Most High know all these other nations, man. He put them all here, man. But what does he mean by knowing them, man? We're the only nation he gave the law, statutes, and commandments to, you know?
Yep.
It's just like a husband and a wife living on the block or whatever, whatnot. They know who the neighbors are, but the husband and the wife only know each other so-called sexually. They have that bond together. I'm going to take care of you, you going to take care of me. When you starving, I'm going to take care of you. I'm not worried about John down the block. Yeah, I know John down the block or whatever, but I don't know him and his wife like that. I only know you and my kids. I'm taking care of y'all, man. So the Most High said, only you have I known to all the so-called, all the children of Israel that came up out of the land of Egypt, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. But I'm going to punish you for your iniquities, all right? Because you made the covenant with him.
Yeah, because he said, I am married unto you. Right? I am married unto you. And what happened? It say Adam knew his wife Eve, all right? And they conceived. So to know is a covenant of marriage being joined together. So what? We are the only nation joined unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know?
And that's beautiful, because I was meditating earlier. I didn't want to cut you brothers off, but I just wanted to spiritually interject that's that spiritual intercourse. You know? That's that spiritual intercourse that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has made with the whole nation. That's why in Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter, it says the Heavenly Father hath chosen you to be a special people unto himself. So out of all these women, if you will, which is all these nations, the Heavenly Father have dealt with us as a woman. You know? He have chosen us. You know, and then chiefly what? He have adorned, he sent men to adorn us as a virgin, you know, a bride, you know,
hey, because
for a husband.
Is in the middle of a marriage ceremony, it's the priest, right, that joins the two parties together, right? So what? We are those priests joining the nation of Israel back into the Most High, man.
Nation.
Yeah, nation of kings and priests. You know, because it takes a priest. A priest has to be present there, as you see today, to join the two until marriage. You know,
after the order of Malak Tezadot, and that's why we're giving that sacrifice. You know, after that same order. You know, we're doing the same thing that Yahweh Shai did, man. You know, presenting his body as a living sacrifice. Hey, the scripture say, put ye on the Lord, made no provision of the flesh. You know, so we're doing all these things in the midst of a nation of incredulity, man. You know, we're showing that faith, we're showing that belief, we're showing that that holy conversation in the midst of a rebellious generation. And that's why the Lord said in Matthew 13 that the secrets, all right, the mysteries are given unto you. You know, so if you have the ear, blessed are your eyes, and what scripture say, he that have an ear, let him hear, man. And what faith come by hearing. So you're gonna know that this is the way, walking in it by those men out there prophesying, telling you this thing, man. You know.
Guns, Psalms 147 in verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Verse 20. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Hey, Con, hey, also, you know, speaking of the marriage situation, in the scriptures they tell you, you know, like the son should leave his mother and his father, and the two should become one flesh, right? The scripture also talk about, you know, how can two walk together unless they be on one accord? Going back to this marriage, read that one more time. Huh? Yeah.
Psalm 147 and 20. He have not dealt so with any nation.
I'll go back up.
Psalm 147 and 19. He sheweth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
That's the two becoming one flesh, because in Deuteronomy 28 you have that the covenant that we made with him, man. All right, we just read he didn't deal with no other nation like this, man. They don't have his law, statutes, commandments like that, man. And ultimately he's gonna put it inside of us, and then we're gonna ultimately be one on one accord like the angels are, man. All right. But right now, what we playing the harlot, man. This is why hey, man, the wages of sin is death, man. We basically got cast off because, hey, we played the harlot, basically, you know.
Hey, then in Revelations 14, it says, "These are they that have not slept with women."
They're not defiled. They're virgins, not
we're
defiled.
virgins,
Yeah,
man.
come.
You know, we sticking to that power, you know, outside that true our husband. You see, why? Because the Heavenly Father sent out prophets. You know, he sent out men of the Lord. You got Apostle Paul, who said, "I have he said I have chaste. He said I have authority as a chaste virgin."
Yeah.
You know, so this word, and that's why he said his word is weighty letters, because only the elect can read it and actually put the fear of Yahweh Bashar on them, which is the beginning of wisdom. You know, and that's why we walk in the walk of our ancient forefathers, because we have adorned ourselves with this truth. You gotta do something.
No, go ahead.
All right.
Psalm 147 and 20. Psalm 147 and 20. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Con, hey, because ultimately, like I said, was going into it, the end all be all, we're going to have these law, statutes, commandments inside of us, man. We're going to be glorified above all these other nations, man. Are we going to be exalted? The Most High only chose us to exalt us above all the other nations, basically be his image, man, over on the earth, man. All right, and that's what we should be thankful for. But yet, and still, our people, hey, man, they like to, they're a hard-head, stiff-necked people, man. They're rebellious seed, man. All right, that was it on that. All right, go back over to that 2 seconds.
Second Peter's. All right, Con, this is 2 Peter's.
Go back into the rebellion about people. Go ahead.
Con, 2 Peter's 3, verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming?
Hey, Con, so going into, you know, what we're about to go into, right? You have, when we first came out here, well, when I first came out here, you know, we had certain signs and things like this that would stir people up. They get upset about it. The slavery sign, that's on the other side, the slavery signs. Our people would be mad about that stuff, man. But now all of a sudden they want to jump ship and start being on these little bandwagons or whatever. We used to tell them they were Israelites, man. But now they started to jump on different bandwagons. You got these celebrities talking about this now, whatever, whatnot, man. But then you also have these so-called, you know, the blind leading the blind, agents or whatever, whatnot, leading, how you say, leading sheep to the slaughter, false prophets, more or less to say, man, leading our people astray, man, putting them back to sleep, man.
Judas goats.
Judas goats, the water.
Harlons.
Con. Exactly, they're being paid off for a certain job to keep our people asleep, because ultimately the vibration of this here truth has gone out so far into the world they can't just discredit us no more, man. So they have to come out with these other little groups that look exactly the same and do certain things, man. Because you'll have different groups that'll go out there to the shooting range or whatever, whatnot, And then you'll have simple ass Jake that'll look at some of the other little groups and be like, oh, y'all soft. Y'all don't want to go out there. We want to go with the hardcore group. Or you go over there with this, you know, we got these other big camp people. They all about black communities and getting wives and stuff like that, going on vacations and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, we want the black community, you know? But yet, when you come over dealing with GMS, man, starting with the apostles on down, you get just the straight raw truth, man. But yet, some people, that goes over their head, man. They don't see how we're destroying this here place. We're just preaching the truth and sincerity, man. Telling you about these prophecies coming to pass and so on and so forth, man. We didn't have to pick up no guns and start rioting and protesting and marching, man. No, we told you these things was going to happen, and ultimately it's going to come down on our people, man. So, hold on, you read that Revelation 11:11. Go ahead and read that. We're going to go to Revelation 12 and 4 back there.
2 Peter 3 and 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation.
So, Khan, you have some of our people who are in the right type of spirit, but at the end all be all, they say, you know what? Things keep continuing on, so on and so forth. Oh, the Lord not coming back in my lifetime. The Lord not coming back in my... Oh, it's going to be after my lifetime. And a lot of our people like to go off and go sin it just because they want to, pacify by saying, oh, well, you know, the Lord not coming back in my time, so they can just go and do whatever they want to go and do, man. But yet and still, right now that they're blind, they can't, you know, the scripture say you can discern the weather. You can go outside and see it's cloudy, it's about to rain, but you can't see the signs going on around you, man. Like the brother quoted, I believe you quoted in Matthew 13 about, like, blessed are your eyes will see the things that you see, you know? But nevertheless, you can't see these prophecies going on around you, but yet still our people, oh, nah, the Lord not coming back right now, man. You know, or the coronavirus lockdown, it'll be over, whatever, whatnot, and we're going to just go back to normal, man. You know, oh, well, the money going to come back, everything's going to come back, man. This is that scoffing or whatever, whatnot. But then you have some people that say, you know what, the Lord ain't coming back to deliver us. We have to deliver ourselves, man. Let us go get guns and let's go build our own community. You have, you know, some people that's not even in the truth. Let's vote for Democrats or let's do whatever, man. Put our money together and have a black community, man. None of these things work, man. Learn your own history, man. In 1921, you so-called Negroes had more money than you got now. You had your own community. You was millionaires, man. What did Esau do? Come and bomb it, man. Look at your brothers over in Venezuela right now with Nicolas Maduro. They got their own sovereign country. What is Esau doing to them? What are they doing to Puerto Rico, to Jamaica, man? Cuba, man. Look at all your countries where Jake is running over there, man. So you so-called Negroes want your own land. That's the dumbest damn thing you can think about, man. That's just an open target for your ass, man. Esau will have no problem slaughtering you in your land. Look at the rest of your brothers, man. All right? We'll continue on. Oh, that was it on that. Go to Revelation 12 and 12.
So Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
Khan, hey, read that from top again about that. Read that from top again.
Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Oh, be glad, O daughters of Edom, man. Rejoice and live it up, man. This is your last little moments, man. This is your last little time, you know, you Edomites, go live it up, man. This is your last time. In fact, go out there, go turn up on Jake, man. Go open season. That's what y'all want to do anyway. This is your last time to be able to go do this. You might as well go ahead and spin them damn rounds, man. Go ahead. Continue on.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
That's you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the rest of you nations, man. All right? This is the time where Esau finna go mask off on your ass, man. Go ahead.
For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
Now just imagine this, on this little small petty scale in certain places, if you ain't got a damn mask on, Esau will take your ass to jail and write you a ticket, man. Think about that. If you ain't got a mask on, you know, they talking about wearing masks in your house and shit, man. Imagine that. Think about how tyrannical that is. Oh, we're gonna lock you up because you ain't got a mask on in your house. Bitch, we not sick around here, man. We're not gonna bow, like in the olden days, we're not gonna bow down to your golden statues. Go ahead and throw us in the oven. We know what you're gonna do, man. But this is gonna be a little bit different than those other times, man. The devil about to come down on you having great wrath, man. He's got the technology and all these different things. He got you, these regular citizens policing you, man. Like the scriptures say, they're your own household gonna be your enemies, man. You got people looking, these Karens, man. They're looking out the windows calling the police on your ass because you ain't got a damn mask on in your car or in your house, man. You know what I'm saying? So look, the devil has already programmed these other people to come out here and be agents for his ass, man. All right, that was it on that. Go to hold that. Go to Matthew 24. I think it's verse 21 and 22. Yeah, go. Yeah.
Great tribulation.
Go up one. Yeah, go. Yeah, great tribulation. That one. Verse 21.
Yep. So Matthew chapter 24, verse 21.
Matter of fact, hold on. Go to verse 3, and we're gonna read down to like 8, and then we're gonna go to 21, and then we're gonna follow with that. Go ahead.
So Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. As he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, what shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?
So earlier, I think it was quoted, about I think it's Matthew 13 or Mark 13, one of the two, where it says, "Why are you speaking to them in parables or whatever, whatnot? Because it was given unto you, it's not given unto them, man. All right, the rest are blinded, man. They're not gonna be able to see this. This is only for the elect. Only the elect is gonna understand this, man. All right, they hear my sheep hear my voice and they follow whithersoever he goes, man. All right, so he said he was on the Mount of Olives sitting privately with his disciples, man. The ones that was gonna follow him, man. All right, so go ahead. He's breaking down to them that when the Lord's coming back. Go ahead.
21.
No. Just read on down. Keep going. I'm up at the top.
So Matthew 24 and verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, or Hamashiach, and shall deceive many.
Right, hey. And on a smaller scale, we've seen this with these different religions, but now on a smaller scale now, between who has the truth about the Israelites, man. All right, it should be more clear and obvious that right now, which camp has the truth, man. What did they put on the news was a so-called hate sign? Yahushua is coming back, man. What camp preaches in that name, man? What camp is teaching you that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, man? What is now being made manifest inside of your eyes, man? What do you see is coming first? You got the mask first, mass vaccinations next. They talking about a digital wallet and all these digital currency by 2021. The prophecies are all speaking, man. It's made manifest with my service right now, man. There should be no discrepancy, man. But you got these false prophets out here, man. These false leaders telling you, oh, this and that, we're gonna do this, we're not gonna go through a tribulation, and it's June, it ain't no chip. You got all these people, so if really at this point in time, if you follow these people, that's your own fault, man. You should know what's going on. You go on what was comfortable and make you comforted, you know what I'm saying? This word's supposed to cut you in a certain type of way, but build you back up through faith, man. It's not supposed to just make you feel like the scripture say, prophesy to a smooth things, because they got itching ears, they just want to hear, hey, you might as well go to church for all that. You can pay a little tithes, and they'll tell you God love you, he gonna bless you, he gonna make you prosper, whatever, whatnot, man. That's what our people like to hear, all the good shit, man. All right, just like any sick person in their mind would love to go to the doctor and have the doctor tell them everything is fine. You got a 100% checkup, man. Any sick person in their mind, man. But a sane person like, damn, I think I might got something or whatever, whatnot. I don't want to hear the bad news from the doctor, but it's best that I do so I can get healed, right? You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, hey, our people don't want to hear this shit, man. Or not shit, but our people don't want to hear what's coming for them, and they don't want to repent from this, man. Hey, go ahead.
Well, Isaiah 51, cry out loud, spare not.
Con.
You know?
Hey, we've been piping to our people. They don't want to dance, or they make this as entertainment, man. They want to just sit there and laugh and joke and whatever, man. But we trying to save your life, man. Man, you don't want to take heed to these things, man. So this is why it goes right over our people's head. But this is why they have to. The scripture says they're gonna have to learn after death by pain, because they had the liberty. We're out here making our bodies a living sacrifice, week in and week out, day in and day out, putting up videos, researching and praying and doing all these different things to feed our sheep, man. To feed the Lord's sheep, man. This is how much love the Lord got for you, man. He got men that would be having their normal lives like everything else, stop what they was doing to feed you day in and day out, man. But you despise that love, man. You despise, like, hey, what we doing? Hey, like the scriptures say that there's no greater love than that a man lay down his life for his brother, man. And what did we do? We wound up, and was it Matthew 19? Says we giving up all things. What should we return? What should we get in return, man? You're gonna receive 100-fold, man. But think about the life and the dedication and the love that these men on the highways and the byways have, sacrificing to give you the truth, man. So you don't get mowed the fuck down by Esau, man. All right. But who's reading? Just read. Continue on.
Yeah. So Matthew 24 and verse 6. Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
Now we've always had wars going on since the beginning of time, right? But now you're having things where they haven't talked about World War III coming back again, man. They keep talking about these different things. You see in long-time allies breaking apart. The EU is breaking apart. NATO is breaking apart. NATO is having troubles with each other, man. More countries are going out of the American side of the way and starting to buy arms and things from Russia, which that was prophesied as well too, man. All right, so you seeing all these prophecies coming together. This is the thing that makes it different than all the other times, man. We've always had wars going on, man. But did you see the hooks being brought into the jaws of Gog and Magog, man? No, you didn't see that. Did you see Gog and Magog being a guard unto these other nations? Did you see Gog and Magog preparing themselves? At the same time you're hearing about the wars and the rumors of wars? Are you having global wars and oil wars, economic wars, all kind of wars going on, biological wars going on all over the whole earth right now, man. All at the same time. Continue on.
Matthew 24.
And think, go back to 8. Did you get that far yet?
No, I was at 6.
All right, go ahead.
Matthew 24 and verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Hey, Con, and that's what we're going to get into right now, man. We're in these times right now as we're living in, man. All right, but the end is not yet, man. We're just going to get way worse than all of this, man. All right, it's like a woman when she's about to give birth, man. Her water breaks. She's just having her first contraction. Oh, it hurts. Oh, this is only the beginning. They're going to get closer and closer and closer, and this is going to hurt even worse, man. This ain't the end. You know, your water broke and you feeling pains. Your baby ain't coming now. No. You might have 24 hours of labor and pain, man. And it's going to get excruciating, man. Go ahead.
Matthew 24 and 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places.
So look, you got these nations against nations and kingdoms against kingdoms and famines and pestilence right now, man. You got economic wars going on between China and America right now with the petrol yuan and so on and so forth, man. The trade wars and things like that going on, so on and so forth, man. Which is also affecting some of your productions of your food and everything else like that, man. Where you're getting certain things from, the quality of the food and certain things that you're getting, which is disrupting some of your, your food supply chains, man. All right, and you're wondering why your grocery stores are looking bare. All right, the price of meat is going up and everything like that, man. All right, your farmers are committing suicide because they're going out of business, man. Because look at all the different trade deals and all these different things that's going on, and it's being ripped up right now, man. Your whole infrastructure of everything, your normal everyday life, is crumbling right before you, man. The city that dwelled carelessly, man. Back 10 years ago, hell, back 5 years ago, you Americans never had anything to worry about, man. Goods was always flowing in and out. You never had to worry about no threat or of war. Your allies was always there. You was always on the up and up with the most superior weaponry and everything like that, man. You had nothing to worry about except for who was going to win America's top idol or American Idol or whatever, whatnot. That was your only worry, man. Who going to win the Super Bowl? Who getting traded to who and where, man? All right, but now they done cut off all your sports, your bars, and everything like that. You had to have a starch awakening to everything is crumbling over here, man. Your whole economics is gone here, man. Your infrastructure, your trade, all your allies across the whole globe, it's all gone, man. All right, now you starting to sober up from this Babylon juice you've been drinking, man. Like the scriptures say, these nations have drunken of your wine and they are mad, man. But now they're starting to wake up, man, because they see all this destruction you're doing with your policies and your different things that you got going on, man. Making this trade deal and sanctions on these people, trying to stop these people from moving oil over there so
Isaiah
you can get your
14.
money. Yeah, man, like what kind of shit you got going on, man?
He who ruled the nations with
continual stroke. Matter of fact,
stroke,
grab that for me real quick. Isaiah 14. And then is this the man? Like, come on, man. This is the damn devil they be talking about, man. All right, and if you don't understand that this is this is the only nation on earth that can put sanctions on any other nation on the earth and it be validated, you know what I'm saying, with some kind of substantiations, man. America gets sanctions put on them all the time, but then nobody who gonna enforce them sanctions, man? America just sanctions the international court, the international courts. I'm like, yo, that's like me trying to sit there and bring the people of the Supreme Court to court. Like, I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Hey, real quick, Iran just what they set out a warrant for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So what country finna come over here and enforce that and claim that warrant and bring Trump back over to Iran?
Right. And they claim the American military was terrorists, but who gonna enforce that? You see, the only people who can rule the world like that is these Americans. When they say we putting sanctions on all y'all, if y'all fuck with Iran, we gonna put sanctions on y'all countries. If our European nations want to do it, we gonna put sanctions on y'all last too. Try it if you want to and see what happens. You see them saying they the only people who have the power to do that, man.
Yeah.
You got that? Isaiah 14.
Because let a fugitive from America go to any of these other countries.
That's right.
And be like, oh, this dude wanted by America.
Yeah.
Well, they will work with America to get that dude exported
Right.
back over here. But here it is, Iran just declared a arrest warrant on Trump.
Yeah.
So what nation coming over here to get Trump and bringing him back to Iran to
it ain't gonna work like
it
that.
ain't gonna
man.
work, exactly.
It ain't gonna work like that, man. That's how you know who is the king of the castle, man.
Yeah.
Just look at the moves and how they say, because you know they'll tell you that it's a free thing. You got international courts and you got the United Nations or whatever, whatnot, man. No, man, America's at the head of all these things. This is the deception that this devil ruled by, man. All right.
Isaiah 14 and verse 4, it says, so I'll go right to the point. Verse 6.
Start it for you.
Yeah.
All right. Isaiah 14 and 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressors ceased? The golden city ceased.
Hey, and ultimately, we're the only ones that saying that, man. Everybody else still, they taking like goddamn NyQuil right now so bad to go back to sleep to that American dream, man. And what we telling you, like Stone Cold say, you're through, you're finished, you're done, night. This bitch is a wrap, man. Hey, man, we the only ones telling you that Babylon is done, man. Everybody else say, oh no, the economy coming back. They waiting on these elections for Trump to make America great again for the second time, which he didn't even do. Yeah, we gonna make America great. Yeah, this shit's not coming back no more, man. It ain't never coming back.
We would have
no
healed.
Hey, matter of fact, hold that, grab that. Jeremiah 51 and what is it, 9?
Yeah.
Grab that real quick. Because I mean, hey, this is the spirit that we in, man. This is the downfall of Babylon, man. All right? This is Jeremiah 51 and 9, 51 and 8, it's 9. Who the hell Babylon? Yep. Go to 8, go to 8.
This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so, be she may be healed.
Hey, what was that? March 13, 2020. That was the day they shut down the NBA. Hey, right before that, everything was so-called all good over here, man. The only thing you had to worry about was Soleimani getting killed, Kobe Bryant dying. You know what I'm saying? Then March 13th came around, they shut down the goddamn NBA, and that was it. Lights out for Babylon, baby. Babylon is suddenly falling. Hey, it was all good just a week ago, man. Until they start shutting things down around this bitch, man. And your lives have been miserable ever since then, man.
Yep.
All right, read that part again.
Hey, then they gave you a month. Then what? Now they shutting shit right back down again?
Indefinite. Read that again.
Jeremiah 51 and verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
3/13, Friday the 13th, March 13th is when America was suddenly falling, man. The NBA got shut down. Hey, no more NBA games, man. And everything else followed right behind it, man. And it's been like that until this day, man. All right, this is why you all walking around sorrowful with your mask on, limited how many people at the bar. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in their cars, their mask on. 3/13, baby. That was it, man. We've been telling you about these things, but now again, like we said, there ain't no more prophecies going on. We now living this shit out real time, man. All right, welcome to the day of the Lord, baby. The day of the Lord ain't. We used to say that back in the day. We gotta stop saying the day of the Lord ain't coming no more. It's here, man. And now you can see it, man. Go ahead, read one more time.
Jeremiah 51 and 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed.
Right. So that's like, yo, that's the comeback situation. Trump trying to bring it back. Maybe we can do this trade deal. We can do that. Maybe we can throw some of this shit off the boat. Bro, you trying to get some weight off the boat that's sinking, but half the whole front of the boat gone, bro. No matter what you throw off the boat, it's still gonna go down, bro. It's over with, man. All right, America got too much debt, man. And the way of trying to get America out of debt is by printing more money, man. Because all the businesses was all closed and everybody was losing money, couldn't pay their mortgages. What they do? Hit that printing press. Trillions of dollars injected. Like, bro, you just went into more debt, man. See, this is why America goes on. Like, 'cause most of you people don't even know how to run your own credit card. Like, you can't pay a credit card off with another credit card, man. Once you max that one out, you can't go in and get another one and pay that one off. It's just acquiring more interest and more debt, man. You had a $500 limit, now you got a $1,000 limit and more interest. It's just gonna keep going. You done. You tapped out, man. Bankruptcy, man. They gotta come and collect everything.
Hey, and real quick, like they say, you know, you look on the nationaldebtclock.org, nationaldebt.org.
Yeah.
Of course, we know it's a lot higher than that, but as far as it stands right now, it's like 26 trillion.
Yeah.
All right. So let's be like, we want to get out of debt. So let's sell everything we got in America. If you sell every part of land, every merchandise, all the things within America, it won't add up to 26 trillion. So you would never be able to get out of debt because America is not worth $26 trillion. So the debt, you'll never get out of debt, you know?
I don't even know if it was worth $1 trillion. That's why back in, I think 1913, when they had the Federal Reserve Act, they signed us all over for collateral.
Yeah.
There wasn't enough money to pay off the debts that they had at that point. I don't even know if it was $1 trillion then, man. Because really, you started getting into them trillions around George Bush, man, at 9/11. That was like around the time it was like $9 trillion on September 10th, 2011. Look that up on YouTube. Donald Rumsfeld, 2010, September 11th, or September 2000. They was like, yo, we lost $10 trillion. That was the first time we started going in that big debt when they started stealing the money like what they just did with the stimulus package, man. All right? Suddenly falling, man. They trying to heal Babylon, injecting the money and everything like that. It's not coming back, man. All right? We trying to furlough your car payments for a while, your mortgage payments for a while. All right, hey, if you bought a car these many months ago, you can bring it back. Hey, no harm, no foul. That's just not helping nobody, man. You all done and finished, man. You're not gonna be able to afford food even if you had a job, man. That's why you got this gig-like economy where everybody driving Uber and shit as a second, third, fourth, fifth job, working as doctors and lawyers, man. I see people delivering pizzas in Hellcats and Mercedes-Benzes, man. It ain't that they made bad life choices. That's just what the fuck they gotta do to keep their shit going, man. You know? They still work at the hospital, but they gotta deliver some Papa John's here and there, man. All right, read that again.
Damn.
Jeremiah 51 and verse 8. Babylon is fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. Verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country.
Hey, and that's why you have a lot of these different nations that are pulling out of America and going to their own countries to invest into their own countries or other countries, man. I.e., a lot of countries are, for instance, the Philippines, Rodrigo Duterte, man. He said, look, we're going to stop buying arms from America. We're going to start buying arms from Russia, man. We want to buy their AK-47s and their submarines and everything like that. We don't want y'all shit no more, man. All right? Turkey right now is trying to buy more S-400s from Russia. All right? They talking about buying a plane and stuff from over there as well, too, man. So now these nations are trying to go back home to their own nation to go buy from over there because America's dollar is being devalued, man. They're trying to make their own petro yuan. You have there was another currency like the BRICS nations coming up with one, but it's another currency they're coming out with as well too, man. They get off this American dollar, man. All right, everybody's going back to their own nation right now because they don't want to deal with America. They see it, hey man, they see from a long shot America's done, man. They just see it spinning out of control. Like, hey, it's only a short amount of time before, you know, it's all over with, man. It's like a crackhead and living in this big lavish mansion and everything, gold toilet seats. But this motherfucker got a problem. And they just sold everything, even to paint off the walls, man. You just know, hey, it's only a short amount of time for this motherfucker to start selling themselves for this goddamn drugs, man. All right, and that's where America's at, man. All right, was that it on that?
God. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies.
Hey, man, that's what they doing, man. Not only were they pushing out all this wickedness around the rest of the planet, man, their philosophies and so on and so forth, all the other nations are mad and everything. I think that's in the same chapter too, or the chapter before that. But nevertheless, you know, they've been pushing out these philosophies and these trade deals and whatnot, corrupting the rest of the world. Just think about Common Core education, making your kids all retarded, pushing out the LGBTQ ideology on the kids and everything like that. They're pushing that throughout the whole earth, man. All right, so they can go and molest your children and everything like that. But you got to be okay with it, or else you're gonna be not accepted in this population, man. We all know right from well, maybe you don't. That's why you follow the damn devil. But hey, this is why we the light in the darkness, because gross darkness has covered the earth, or darkness has covered the earth, and gross darkness to people, man. You think right is wrong and wrong is right, man. Come on, man. But this is why this place is suddenly falling, man, because your sins have reached unto heaven, man. You can't, hey. Well, go ahead and start over back where you was at. No, that was you was reading Matthew 24.
Isaiah 14. Oh, Matthew 24.
Well, we'll come back to Matthew 24. Go to Isaiah 14.
Isaiah 14 and verse 4. That thou should take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased. Yahweh Bashmi Shai have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
Hey, Con, real quick, you know, because one of the sentiments of America 5-10 years ago, America gonna go on forever, man. It's the greatest economy in the world's ever seen, the greatest military the world's ever seen, man. The highways paved the gold, our democracy, our freedom, all our constitution, our freedom. They hate us because we have freedom, man. We have freedom over here. Nobody else has freedom in the world. We're gonna go on forever, man. But guess what, man? America's not going on forever, man. This is it, man. Just like every other great, civilization, man. They always, it's over for them, man. It's done. It was prophesied that this kingdom was gonna come into power. And it's also prophesied that this kingdom was gonna go out of power, man. All right. No, go ahead.
Verse 6. It says, "He who smote the people in wrath, with a continuous stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth."
Hey man, you got look at how the environment in China look, man. It's all smogged out factories, people stacked up on top of each other, man. Them people over there living in pure hell over there. You know why? So you can go buy you some $1,000 iPhones, which is real cheap. $2 shoes, they gonna mark up to $200, man. They got all those sweatshops. This is why this is why they talking about, we're gonna bring the jobs back, man. This is a farce, man. They sold all the jobs over there for the Moabites to be your slaves. So you have cheap products and everything like that, live all lavish, the golden city. You getting all these products for super cheap, man. You have other nations building for you. You're a consumer nation, man. Yep. But now they talking about bringing the jobs back. That means you're gonna have to go out there and go work. But it's not gonna be you, it's gonna be these robots, man. This is why they're getting rid of your damn jobs now, man. Make you a goddamn servant. They don't even need you no more, man. Yep. You see?
Real quick, because they like to talk shit about China. Oh, the pollution is far greater than the U.S. and all this shit. But as the brother stated, that's because they making all of manufacturing of factories is all over there to bring the products that you have to your home right here.
Yep.
Like everything you see came from China. So that's why China is in such a bad condition. The smoke is all in the air because it makes all the products for the U.S. That's all.
Smoking the nations with that continuous stroke. Now you're going to make us more and more product, more and more small, kill you people even more, man. endanger them even more. Try this here out over there. Try the 4G, 5G out over there first. Try this over there first, man. Make them work for really low wages and all these different things, man. All right, all these, let them go slave for certain minerals and mines and things like that, man. This is what the other countries are really used for, man. Esau go to these other nations and use their people to go mine the resources out of their land and take all their shit from them and bring it right back over here for you Americans to live comfortably off of, man. You see, there's a lot of things that we have as so-called luxuries that we just throw away on a whim that in other countries, like, yo, we slave for this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but nevertheless, hey, man, this is that golden city, all right? And he smoked the people with a continual stroke. Is that it on that?
Yeah, that was it.
Go to Matthew 24 real quick. Go back to Matthew 24 to, he was at 8? 7?
Yeah, right. 7.
Go ahead. Go to 7 then 8, and then we're gonna jump down.
So Matthew 24 in verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows.
God, and that's what you see going on right now, man. Like I said, man, March 13, 2020, Friday the 13th, that's when this here place. All right, took a turn for the worse, man. And now you start to see the beginning of sorrows, man. People scared to send their kids to school. People scared to go to the store, the grocery store. People scared of their Amazon packages coming to the house, man. I seen some people, you got an Amazon package, got to spray it down, disinfect it outside for 2-3 weeks, man. Get your groceries, you got people spraying that shit down, man. Funniest thing, we see people riding around in their cars with their mask on and the windows up, man. They so damn scared they can't even process it, thinking they mind. There ain't nobody around me to get me sick, but I'm scared as hell, man. And that's why the scriptures say, hey, fear the Lord. That's all you need to fear, man. Because look, ultimately, the Lord can put these delusions in your mind, man. The Lord is the one that's plaguing these people in their mind, man. And having hey, give me Isaiah 66 and 4. We're gonna come back to that real quick. Hey, yeah, because ultimately it's the Most High, man. Hey, the Most High called your ass, and you want to ignore him. You want, oh, I got better shit to do. I got something on my time. Okay, you want to play, man. The Most High is. That's why we call him the Most High. It's no real. Any title we can give him is really talking down upon him. If we like, yo, he's the coldest motherfucker out there. Like it's worse than that, man.
Hey, tell you that in the Sirach, you can never praise him enough.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
It'll still come short.
Right.
You still gonna come short. You know.
Yeah,
To back
like,
the brother up on what he said.
Yeah,
you know?
like yo, the most high is gangster. Like yeah, but that's like really talking down upon. He's higher than that shit. He's the Most High.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 66 and 4.
Yeah.
Isaiah 66 verse 4. I also will choose their delusion.
Right. So look, go back one. Go to Isaiah 65 and 12. Just read the top part.
Isaiah 65 and 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter.
Now this talking. The Most High is talking to you. 2/3 of you so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans. Right. Go ahead.
That's right. Because when I called, ye did not answer.
Right. So he said, when I called, you ain't answered. Right. Is that it on that verse? Go ahead.
When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not.
Hey, for a prime example, they didn't even have a turnaround look like that. But more than likely, look, we out here playing this music, they want to go out there and play that music. You know, this is not your rest. It's going to destroy you, but they out there eating, drinking, and being married, man. Drowning out this song to be comfortable with that song. The Most High's calling, but they're not answering. We singing the music, they're not dancing to the tune, right? So the Most High just said, when I call you, didn't answer, so now I'm going to number you all to the sword, right? Now go back to 66 and 4.
Isaiah 66 verse 4. I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them.
Right, so right now, just going back to Isaiah 65 and 12, right? Because when I call you, didn't answer. So now I'm going to bring your delusions to you, man. I'm going to bring that fear to you, man. Now, this is why we be bugging out laughing, seeing these people, and we're like, yo, we know these motherfuckers are scared to death. And they call windows up, shaking gloves on and shit. Like, oh, fuck, man, what, my kids? You got parents cussing their kids. You bring that shit around here, whatever, whatnot, whatever. Somebody sees in the story, they drop their shit, start running, man. That's the fear of the Most High in these people, man. This is only the beginning, man. Wait till you start running out of food and get you old as shit, you fall over, the EMS come to get your ass or something like that, and you scared they trying to give you mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. You scared of getting coronavirus and shit, man. You just gonna have a heart attack, man. The Most High about to choose your delusions, man. It's about to be some real off-the-wall shit happening.
You holding something? Get that in Amos 3. If a man did put his hand on her, that'll go with what you're saying. Yeah.
Yep. Prime example. Go ahead.
Well, think started. Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord. Well, that's Amos 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Amos 5.
Amos 5? Yeah, 5 and 17 is it?
This is Amos chapter 5, verse 18. 5 and 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
Hey, well, hold on. See, 90% of these people walking around with goddamn masks on and scared of shit. They go to church and pay tithes. And they, oh, my Jesus, and Jesus, you should come to our church. And Jesus gonna save. Or whatever, whatnot. You know, they design the day of the Lord. They think Jesus coming back to bring them some flowers and everybody gonna be loving and dovey and everything like that, man. They don't realize that the Lord is actually returning right now and bringing out that judgment on your ass. His spirit right here, right now, he turning up on your ass for your wickedness. Why you think he came? All right, go ahead.
Amos 5 and 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?
That's right.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Hey, you living in the day of the Lord right now. This is the beginning days of when the Lord is returning, man. That's why we was reading Matthew 24. Hey, these are the beginning of sorrows, man. The beginning of sorrows, man. This is where it's all getting every day the Lord is getting closer and closer and closer. You definitely gonna see him in your lifetime, man. All right, this ain't something as the rate we going now. Hey, man, this ain't nothing that's like 5-10 years off, man. You gonna see the Lord definitely in your lifetime, man. But now this is to you who that desire to see the day of the Lord, thinking everything's gonna get better, man. You approaching and living in that, man. All these, we were reading Matthew 24 about how all these Psalms was gonna culminate as the Lord was approaching, man. So go ahead.
It's Amos 5 and 19. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him.
Con, if you ever seen that movie Final Destination, man, you think you got away from some shit, your ass ain't get away from nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? 9/11, man, there were some people that actually survived surfing the damn building from the top all the way down, man. They was right above the impact zone from the plane hit. They survived the plane hit, survived the building collapsing, just to die of cancer later on. Think about that shit. You like, oh, I survived. No, bitch, you didn't survive shit. The Lord was gonna torture your ass. You was gonna be breathing in all that dust and had that memories for a while before your ass had a slow death, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You would have been better off if you would have got hit by the plane as soon as the plane hit your ass, man.
That was just prepping.
Yeah.
You know how you prep a turkey?
Yeah, getting it right,
He
man.
just prepped you.
Exactly, man. Hey, that's what this other scripture says. It's better for you to die of the sword and famine and everything like that. Hey, that's why we always say if your ass see the missiles, man, the Most High really hate your ass, man. If you see the missiles and you don't be delivered, the Most High hate your ass, man. They make it that far. You didn't see your whole family that got murdered off. You done probably had to eat your kids and shit like that, man. Running every day for your life, getting scared to death, man. All right, but ultimately, the Most High got you reserved for something, man. It's not no escaping no death, man. You can't outrun the Most High, man. Hey, you in His hands. All right, go ahead. Oh, read that again.
Amos 5 and 19. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him.
Hey, so there's a lot of people who, you know what I'm saying, who right now survived the so-called coronavirus, right? Stayed home, quarantined, didn't get affected, you know what I'm saying? But then all of a sudden they lost their job. Now, they can't make no money. Now, they getting homeless or whatever, whatnot. Or, you survive all the quarantine and everything like that, then all of a sudden, you know, you get a package in, or some weird shit, then all of a sudden you wind up dying or some shit. Everybody, you make it all the way out to the end, and then all of a sudden some shit happen. Or what your boy name was? Not Freddie Gray. George Floyd. He survived coronavirus. He didn't have no breathing problems from that, but he got choked out, still died of respiratory problems, right? You see what I'm saying? There's not no running from this, man. You can't get away from all these things, man. All right, the Most High is gonna choose your delusions, and He gonna laugh when your calamities come, man. And this is the King of Terrors, man. He about to bring your ass to the King of Terrors, man. You about to see the Lord face to face, and it's not gonna be funny, man. All right, was that it on there? No. Go ahead.
Amos 5 and 19. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house, and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Verse 20, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness, and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it?
Hey, man, so, hey, again, these people over here looking for, it's going to all be better when the Lord comes, when Jesus comes. We're not going to see any tribulation. It's going to be a pre-rapture. The church is going to be raptured before Jesus comes. Before the tribulation, the church is going to get raptured. Wake up, motherfucker. You right here in the middle of tribulation right now, man.
Ain't nobody raptured.
Ain't nobody raptured yet, man. We still here. We know when we're going to get taken up out. We're going to be changing the twinkle of Lord will be a part of that number. We're going to be right here watching these missiles come down, exploding right over top of our head, man. Waiting to be scarcely saved and changing that twinkle of an eye. All right, that's going to be when we get changed, man. So we already know, Lord willing, if we're part of that number, we're going to be here to the end, man. We didn't try to sell you some smooth things to get you to put money into a basket, man. Oh, no, you're not going to see tribulation, man. Jesus is going to come and save you before all of this, man. this is what's gonna happen, man. No, man, we told you the straight skinny, man. Hey, what? We become your enemy because we tell you the truth, man. We didn't give you the smooth words, man. We gave you the straight skinny, man. The bitterness, man. You know, we gave you that bitter food. What? We your enemies now? That was it on that? Go ahead, read that again.
Isaiah 66:4. And I will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. Because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before my eyes and chose that in which I delighted not.
Con. Hey, speak on it real quick, Con.
Yeah, Con. Hey, so, that's what Jake doing today, man. Jake, rather, concerned about the P5 coming out than the new the next prophecy that's popping off, man. Here it is. Esau Edom is planning to pretty much get rid of these a lot of these roads, all right, and make them bike lanes, man, to where you don't have to worry about having transportation or getting caught in traffic. You just ride a bike, man. And your bike will drive you.
And you ready for these sustainable cities, man, and lock you down in this enslavement, man. All right. Just read that for me.
2nd Esdras chapter 9, and verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways.
Right. And we were just reading, because when I call you, do not answer. Most High is calling you out right now. If you read Amos 3, the Lord will do nothing but reveal his secrets to his servants, the prophets, man. All right. And then he commanded us to go out to the highways and the byways, man. First, I'm going to send for many fishers, and they shall fish them, man. That's what we out here doing. We're fishing. We're bidding as many as to the marriage right now, man. All right, so right now we showing you that love, man. We making our bodies that living sacrifice to show you this here love, man. But what are you doing? You despising it. You don't want to pipe to the song that we singing unto you, man. All right, go ahead.
2nd Esdras 9 and 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
God, so look, how did you abuse the Most High's ways? We just keep going into it. We out here telling you, for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, but what do? You walk by. Oh, I don't want to hear that right now. I don't want to hear this, and so on and so forth. But really, through the Spirit, I believe that there's a lot of you people going to start waking up, but it might be a little too late, because you're going to start waking up to these celebrities, man. You start seeing a lot of these celebrities talking about, Ice Cube, we the chosen people, Cassidy talking about the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and so on and so forth. You had Kendrick Lamar talk about us on his album and things like that. You had plenty of celebrities walk past our camps, man. You had Cat Williams, Pay Tides, Waka Flocka, so on and so forth. But now when they start speaking about it, oh, now you an Israelite. All right, but yet still, you got false prophets that's coming up here that's going to lead you astray, man. All right, so but when we out here calling unto you and singing unto you, you don't want to hearken unto that. Go ahead.
God. 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 10. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
Right, and this is the benefit that you have, because the Lord told you in Ezekiel 3, all right, go into the house of Israel, the children of Israel, man. Go speak unto my people, man. All right, this is only for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, the Most High said, only you have I known above all the families of the earth. Only you have I given my word unto you, man. You were the ones that I chosen and sanctified and made a holy people above all the other people on the face of the earth, man. Only you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Most High showed you that much love, but what you want to do? You want to be equal with everybody else, man. You want to walk hand in hand with your enemy, man. You want to go toe-to-toe and be these Americans, man. You want to be black, you want to be Latino, you want to be Native Americans. These bywords, these proverbs that your oppressor put on top of you, man. You don't want to be called the princes of the power, man. Yasha Allah, man. All right, go ahead.
2nd Esdras 9 and 11. And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty.
And this is the liberty that they have right now, because none of us knew we were Israelites when we woke up, when we were born into this carnation, man. We didn't know, but yet we was led to this here voice. We started to follow the Spirit, man. But just like out here, we have plenty of our people walk by. They have the liberty to find out, just to stop by, man. It's free, man. They don't have to pay for it. They just walk by and they just hear it and they pick up. But yet still they walk on by and they don't say anything. Go ahead.
2nd Esdras 9 and 11. And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was opened unto them, understood not, but despised it.
And that place of repentance is right now. What are we telling you, man? Come back to the law, statutes, commandments, man.
I call it.
Like
Water?
like for instance, coming back to the law, statutes, commandments. First of all, when I was born, I'm pretty sure all of us brothers up here was, the same way. We was younger. We was eating pork and everything like that because we ain't know no better, right? eat shrimp, crabs, and things like that. We ain't know no better. But what the place of repentance was open unto us, man. We heard that our teachers, our elders would tell us, hey man, you gotta stop eating that pork. You gotta stop eating that shrimp and that crab. That ain't for us. That's unlawful food for us to be eating, man. Stop getting lineups and things like that, man. And so what did we do? That was the place of repentance, man. We wasn't put to death for certain things, man, or whatever, whatnot, man. You know, we could have been doing all kind of wickedness off in the world, sleeping with other men's wives and things like that before we found out about these things that was worthy of being put to death, man. But what? The place of repentance was open unto us, man. The Lord sent forth the prophets to tell us, hey, you're the chosen of Israel. You will utter these laws, statutes, commandments. These are your commandments you're supposed to be following. Follow after them, and then, repent, man. And so what we want to do, we want to repent and trying to follow after the laws, statutes, commandments to the best of our abilities, man. We put away our old ways, man. That's what you talk about, you have to be baptized, because why? We were born one type of way, we had to be washed away from this Americanized living and to coming back to our heritage, man. Because why the scriptures say we would discontinue from our heritage, man. All right?
A quick point, Jay, it's not the things that he cannot keep. It's the things that you can keep.
Right.
Right. That's where Yahweh Shai come in at.
Right.
Yahweh Shai is covering that, but the things that you can keep, Jake don't want to keep it.
Like for instance, mixed fabrics. You know how hard it would be to not wear mixed fabrics in this here kingdom, man? You know what I'm saying? Your sheets, everything, your socks. What happens about the type of fabric in your car and stuff like that? The type of chairs you sitting in, man? Mixed fabrics, you like straighter than that over that, but sleeping with another man's wife. You can help that.
Exactly.
You can help eating pork. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they got pork and goddamn water and shit, but for the most part, not to eat, a pack of hot dogs or something. You know what I'm saying? So hey man,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 12. The same must know it after death by pain. Read again.
Hey, go back up to when they had the law, the place of repentance.
2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 11. And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was opened unto them.
Kind of like we was reading in Isaiah 66 and in Isaiah 65. All right, Isaiah 65 and 12, Isaiah 66 and 4. When I call, you didn't answer. That's the place of repentance. When we telling you, hey man, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are the children of Israel. Come back to your law, statutes, commandments. All right, go ahead.
Understood not, but despised it.
I don't know if I'm an Israelite. I'm just black. I'm just an American or whatever. Y'all violent. Y'all hateful. We want to be Democrats. We want to be Republicans. I got white friends and I got all of this. All right, well, fuck it then. Go ahead.
2nd Esdras 9 and 12. The same must know it after death by pain.
See? Might think I might sound funny. The most I say, oh fuck these niggas then. If you ain't gonna get it now, you just look, you gotta be put to death and brought back in righteousness. Yo, if you can't get it just off of this, obviously because the scripture say he was blinded, you gonna have to just die on this side and be programmed to not go off in the kingdom, man. All right, because the Most High didn't open up your eyes to this thing, man. This is why ultimately these men on this side, they're gonna be the first fruits, because why? Right now, how you say, well, we ultimately don't have no choice, but right now, making your life a living sacrifice, and it's the ultimate most wickedest kingdom there is, man. There's folly all around you, man. All right, and yet still, in a carnal sense, you choose to do this, man. You choose to keep doing all this, so on and so forth, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be put to death and programmed to try to serve the Lord or whatever, whatnot, not do your own will and to sacrifice like that, man. All right, but 2/3 of our people, they gonna have to do that because they want to live after their flesh.
And then going into that time, the time of Noah, Noah was found righteous in his generation. We're the same way. We're found righteous compared to our generation. Look at what our people are doing our age. They're not doing what we're doing. Trying to follow after righteousness to the best of their ability. That's a sacrifice in itself. Yep. Not eating pork, that's a sacrifice. Yep. Because being turned away from your wicked ways, that's a demon. Yep. So you're fighting. Ultimately you're fighting. So the Lord said, "Fight the good fight of faith," and that's why we receive the good fruits of us and our pretty much effort. That's what everything comes down to.
This is Ezekiel.
Oh yeah, that's my pain, right?
Ezekiel 7 verse 5. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, in evil, and only evil, behold, is come. And evil is come, the end is come. It watcheth with thee. Behold, it is come. The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land."
We start back over? Because, hey, we was reading earlier about these are the beginning of sorrows, man. All right? Babylon is suddenly falling, man. Hey, it ain't gonna get no better, man. So, it's only getting better for the men of the Lord, man. Our days are getting better, but everybody else's days are getting worse, man. Read that start over again.
Yeah, Khan. This is Ezekiel 5. Ezekiel 7, verse 5. Thus saith Yahweh Bashimi Shai, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come, an end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come, the morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land.
Hey, that's to you Americans, man. Like I said, man, they February was March 13th, 2020, man. That was it, man. Babylon is suddenly falling, man. Your sports, what they call it, bread and circuses ended. Yep. That's it for you, man. Because ultimately here in America, man, you gotta stay high. You gotta stay drunk on escapism here, man. If it ain't the clubs, the bars, the alcohol, the sex, the drugs, the rock and roll, the sports. Look at you people, man. You're committing suicide right now, man. You don't got your escapism, man. All right? This is only death and destruction that's coming to you people, man. You're trying it right now. That's why you got the bars packed when it was open. You had the beaches packed. They were like, fuck it, we don't get coronavirus, all die together. We just gotta be around people. You know, this is what these people bug the fuck out, man. They don't have no faith in nothing but themselves in this escapism, man. This America itself is a drug, man. These people have to have, man. The big city, the bright lights, man. I gotta fucking have it, man. You know?
And going to these people, they actually put full effort to be evil. You know, because going into, as evils are being pronounced upon earth, people are getting more wicked. You have to try to actually be more evil. You know, going to that time, ultimately taking that chip, you gotta actually try to be evil, you know, going to your mind, giving up to that chip, you know, because you really want to preserve your life here in this kingdom, you know.
To fit in.
Yeah, exactly. Because the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, you know, the pride of life, this is what people fuel off, you know, and that's because ultimately their backbone is off wickedness, what the Lord's going to destroy.
Hey, real quick, just laying back on what the brother saying, hey, look, imagine you're a celebrity, and they talk about D-Wade and his son and his sex change. If your ass don't agree with that, say it's good, your ass is canceled. So what you think most people gonna do? Bend over backwards to be wicked to continue on in this society, man.
Yep. Hey, like even with when you was a kid, right? You know, you notice like whoever did the baddest shit was the coolest shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was never like, oh, I'm finna do all my homework. Watch this.
Yeah.
A dude that do all his homework, that's the coolest guy. No, it was a dude that did the baddest shit, the craziest shit. That was the coolest dude, and everybody want to triumph him. Like, no, oh, you see what he did? Oh, that dude. Like, yeah, it was always the baddest shit. That's what make you, you know, popular, so to say. You know, so that's what this world promotes. You know.
Jake love that rebellious spirit, you know, because he sees that as powerful.
Yeah.
You flock to that.
And that's why the women like the bad guy, because it's a rebellious spirit. It shows bad. It shows authority. It shows, you know, shows power. You know. Hey.
So who the evilest people in the world?
The Edomites.
Edomites.
But they're righteous because the Most High created them to be the evil.
The so-called white man.
Right. So look, check it out. You ever watch the movie Batman?
Yeah.
You know Batman and Joker, right?
It's not the white man.
No, hold on.
It's not the white man who's the everybody in every race.
Well, get the scriptures. Do you believe in the Bible?
Oh, I definitely do.
All right, well, get Malachi 1.
Yep.
Malachi 1. We gonna deal with the scriptures.
So you telling me
you believe the Bible, right?
So you telling me the only people that going to heaven are black people?
We ain't talking about
We
heaven.
didn't say that. Did we say that?
I'm saying though, you said the white man are the evil one.
But you believe in the Bible, right?
I do.
Well, get the scripture.
Khan,
Malachi 1.
Khan,
We're gonna deal with one thing at a time. You talk about the wicked.
He say who the wicked is, who the evil is, right?
Khan, this is Malachi chapter 1, verse 4.
Hey, hold that Jacob and Esau sign. That's the spirit, right there.
Malachi chapter 1.
Hey, you listening?
Hey, you want your answer?
Hey, you want the answer? You want to listen?
You want your answer?
Because we were just talking about this. Our people, we singing to our people. We out here trying to teach you. Right. If you got a question, we'll sincerely go into the scriptures for you. But if you don't want to hear the answer, then we're not gonna waste our time.
Yeah,
I want to
exactly.
hear the answer.
All right. So grab that in Romans 9.
9 and 13.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got it, Dawah.
Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished.
All right. So first of all, do you know who Edom is?
No.
So how can you try to defend something that you don't even know who they are?
See, the thing is,
Bro, just get straight to the point on it.
Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished.
And they twin brothers. You got Jacob, or this is Esau, Edom, and then you got Jacob. Okay, go ahead.
But we will return and build the desolate places.
Huh?
Thus saith Yahweh Bashmi Shai of hosts. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever.
So wait, let's just deal with that. The scripture just said that it is a people that the Lord have an indignation forever with, right? So the scripture just said the Lord, there's a people that the Lord have indignation forever with, right?
And called them the border of wickedness.
Right. So there's somebody that the Lord hate, right? So at that point on, it don't matter who they are, the Lord hates somebody, right? Now if whoever we name, if you get upset about it, you and your feelings about it, because we just agreed that the Lord hates somebody, right?
And I'm gonna tell you who he hate. He hate evildoers.
Well, he just named them by name. He says Edom, the
Did you
border of
listen to that
wickedness.
scripture?
I heard the scripture.
What
but
did it say though?
But he hate evildoors.
What did it say
He
though?
hate evildoers.
See, you can't reason.
Let's grab it in
You can't
Romans.
reason with him, man.
We're gonna grab this in
You know?
Romans. We gave it to you in the Old Testament. We're gonna give it to you in the New Testament now.
It's Romans chapter 9 and verse 10. And not only this, but when Rebecca also had...
Go up a little bit. Where it says, oh, no, you're right. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Romans 9 and 10. And not only this, but when Rebecca also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac.
Right.
Verse 11, for the children being not yet born.
So look, Isaac and Rebecca, right, they had children. Now this was before they was even born. Now their children are going to be twins, right? Two twin brothers coming out the same womb at the same time, right? Two twin brothers, right? Go ahead. Wait, before they was born, not yet doing wrong, good or evil. So it ain't nothing that either one of the boys did, right? So earlier I said that the wicked is actually being righteous because he was created to be the wicked. It's not nothing that he personally did to become that, or that he just went off for something. He was programmed to be like that. So like in the movie Batman, the writer created the Joker's character to be the protagonist or the antagonist. Created him to be the bad guy. So his role was to be the bad guy, right? Batman was supposed to be the savior in the movie, right? That was the way that movie was designed, right? You have movies like that all the time. Superman, the good guy, the bad guy, Spider-Man, the Avengers, Thanos, right? From a creator's perspective, you got a good guy and a bad guy, right? So now we're reading the Most High story. Go ahead, read that again.
Romans 9:11, for the children being not yet born.
Not yet born.
Neither having done any good or evil.
Any good or evil. He asked who the evil was, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
That the purpose of God, according...
The author, the script writer, it wasn't that the Joker just so happened to be the bad guy in the movie because he just rebelled on set and the Batman was the better looking guy on set. No, the creator, when he created these characters, created his characteristics to be the Joker, to be against Batman, and Batman to be the so-called savior against the villains, right? Go ahead.
That the purpose of God, according to the election, might stand.
Right, so the author who designed the whole movie, this is his script, right? Not yet because one of them did something evil, the other one did anything good. We just thankful that we of Jacob. That's the only thing we can do is be thankful that we are of Jacob. That's it. Go ahead.
Not of works.
Not of works. So it wasn't that we did something better than what they did, or they did something better or worse than what we did, right? Go ahead.
But of him that calleth.
So if you got a problem with that, talk it up with the Most High. He's a script writer. I can't be mad that the Joker happened to be the bad guy in the movie.
The Most High created the so-called white man Esau Edom to be the wicked.
Right.
Whether you agree with that or not, that's on you. But we coming out the scriptures. If you can go to the scriptures and prove otherwise, then it's not more to be said.
Give me Hebrews 12.
Get Job 9 and 24.
Yeah.
So you telling me God created a white man
to be evil? I'm not telling you that. The scripture said that.
We just read that.
We just read it.
Because the first body that led man astray was Eve.
Eve, but who was she led astray by?
Lucifer.
Exactly, the serpent. The serpent, right?
The man did not listen to the serpent because he wasn't weak like the woman.
And let me tell you,
Wait. Let's go back to the scripture real quick. Let's go to what you got? Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 30.
It's all good.
Yeah, that's
Proverbs 30 and 5. Every word of the Most High is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him.
Right.
Verse 6. Add thou not unto his words, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a liar.
So we're going to the scripture. We didn't add no words. We didn't take anything away from the words, man. I just gave you a prime example of how it is in the movies or whatever, whatnot, where you can see it's a good guy and a bad guy, how it's programmed. We didn't say anything about so-called white people, so-called black people. We gave you their biblical names. The so-called white man gave you those names, man.
hey, that's just Satan carrying him off. That's all that is. Yeah, you agree with him? Hey, listen to him. Hey, we good.
I got some. This is the book of Romans.
Hey, but I'm gonna say this real quick. Everybody a preacher when they see us out here.
I was thinking that.
But before that, where were you before we were out here preaching the word? You would be walking out here in your folly.
That just goes into the balance of the Lord, because there's always opposition. That's how you know who serves the Most High, who does not. Because he wouldn't have a platform to speak up against him.
If we went out here, exactly.
Obviously,
He building on our foundation.
But it's all good for edification's sake, because Lord will, somebody else is still through it all, so it's okay. It's just exercise this skill.
Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?
Hey, go ahead.
God forbid. Yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
Now, real quick, go back to Isaiah 66 and 5 again, or 66. What is it? 66 and 4. Isaiah 66 and 4. Because see, what if some did not believe, man? We started out here by telling you about the things going on, the prophecy speaking, and everything else like that.
He got him.
And then we got a small stumbling block over the skin color, over the white.
Hey,
man.
go ahead, Ray. What you got, bro?
This is Mark 4.
Hey, Satan got him.
Exactly. Mark 4:15. And these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown, but when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately. Woo! And taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts. So that's prophecy fulfilled right there. That's exactly what's happening. And that's why they sort of say it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Lord, because right there, this was that man's opportunity.
Yep, to get sealed.
And just like that, knowing he knows it or not, he's been damned. At least he repent. The Lord's gonna kill him.
Hey, we were speaking about that earlier. When you had the
This truth real.
those that loathe the law and had the place of repentance to get. But Most High called, but then you chose not to answer. Hey, ignore the phone call. Go ahead.
So 1 John chapter 4 and verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit.
And get Matthew, Romans 10. Zeal. Have a zeal. Right?
1 John 4 and 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they be of God. So as soon as the word came out, there was an issue. He didn't speak up a word until what the scriptures came up. So now going into how saying you're not supposed to believe every spirit, spirits are doctrines. So he got his own doctrine. He's sowing another doctrine in his man's heart, and just like that, he's gonna go by the wayside.
Hey, and ultimately, this is the real problem. The real problem is our people have this image inside their house, man. As long as they have this image inside their house, they're gonna defend these people, man. Because yet and still, he's bugging out over white people, right? But if you ever listen to us, talk to us about certain things, we say white people for the simple minded. But we have signs like the Blake Griffin sign. We tell you it's not about skin color, man. We don't really care about the skin color, because we know ultimately in hold on. All right, so Revelation, in the book of Revelation, 14 and 9.
Hey, get that Romans 10 real quick, Baba Bashar.
Grab that, get 7 and 9.
Get that. Read that, Kwame. Oh, okay. Slack it.
1 John chapter 4 and verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they be of God. So everybody serves the Lord until it's time to serve the Lord. Because you got to humble down and actually serve the Lord. Because many false prophets are gone out into the world. So that's a false prophet right there. He's adding on to the word, speaking according to his own will, his own mind. It's a false prophet. The Lord said there's many of them that go out to the world. That's why I said, if the elect said no flesh should be saved, it was possible we would see the very elect, because everybody got their own doctrine, their own way. That's why the Lord has a standard.
And the Lord literally did a number on this guy. Look at that. He's saying Satan completely just to carry him away. He was sitting there listening for like an hour. Then what? A dude came over and just took everything from him. The Lord didn't want him. Yeah. The Lord just took him. Now he over there building and he threw. Hey, get that in Romans 10 real quick. Hey, you done with that, Michael? Get that Romans 10.
Romans 10 and 2.
Start at 1.
All right, Romans 10 and 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for Israel is that they might be saved.
So that Israel might be saved, right? That's the heart desire of the Lord, is that you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians might be saved. Read on.
Verse 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High.
They have a zeal of the Most High, so they very passionate about the Lord, but what?
But not according to knowledge.
But not according to knowledge, man. We just sat here and broke down to him how the evil Esau Edom, the scriptures say Esau Edom is the so-called white man. That's the wicked of the Bible, man. Now the scriptures does say among my people are found wicked men, right? But who is the evil? Who is the wicked? As the brother beautifully broke down, who's the antagonist and protagonist? The good and the bad is the so-called white man.
Right.
All right, plain and simple. Go ahead, dog. You got it, bro.
Yeah, but nevertheless, yeah, I couldn't find that presentation I was looking for. Go ahead. Yeah, that
I got some.
Real quick. It's Revelation 7 and 10. Nah. Revelation 7 Just because we don't have our Blake Griffin song, but we're not on no white people type of. We're against the Edomites. The Most High hates the Edomites. We've been, with the end all be all, we've been breaking this down for the longest time. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 7 and verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations, and kindreds, and people, and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb.
Right, so these are the people getting delivered, the 1/3 of the children of Israel, right? But it said out of every nation, out of every kindred, out of every tongue. They all Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. However, part of the curses, we were scattered into the four corners of the earth. So we're going to be mixed up and looking like these other nations, right? We have a sign that showed Blake Griffin, the basketball player, with his father. His father's a so-called Haitian, a very dark-skinned man. Blake Griffin is a light-skinned looking man. His mother's like a so-called white woman. Blake Griffin's son looked like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Macaulay Culkin little boy, right? If you see him on the street, you would think he's a so-called white one, but that's one of our people, man. You gonna see him, somebody that looked like him being delivered. Our people, Cameron Diaz, man, that's an Israelite. Christina Aguilera, that's an Israelite. Tia and Tamara twins, those are Edomites. Nunu, Lauren London, that's an Edomite. We're not based off of skin color, man. So when you talk about they tripping over the white man evil, well no, you got that Stockholm syndrome, man. You still treat up over this white man, man. That skin color, man. But these are these stumbling blocks that's gonna wind up. Hey, you despising the law, you despising the sacrifices the Lord is giving you. All right, so the Lord gonna be bringing them delusions, man. You gonna go to your guys trying to save your people, the people you love, and they're gonna be taking that get out on your ass, man, trying to take your eyeballs and shit, man. That was it on that.
The Lord sent Satan for that dude, man.
Isaiah 29, verse 9. It says, stay yourselves. It says, stay yourselves and wonder. Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with strong drink.
Hey, when somebody drunk, right? You see them, they be talking all kind of bullshit, they be babbling like I left the corn in the lawnmower and the dictionary and they be staggering like that. It ain't making no kind of sense, man. But the same thing we be talking about with this, we try to break certain things down where it should be plain, it should be simple, until you people just be stumbling over it and be like, yo, is you drunk or is you dumb or is you stupid? You know? Is you stupid or is you dumb?
You can't say the Lord didn't try.
Right.
People, that's why he said if I have not come, they have not sent.
If we break it down to you, we break it down to scriptures, we give you metaphors and pictures and everything else like that. But hey, that's why I say that darkness and gross darkness cover the people, man. Our people are blind, man. Hey, ox and the ass, man. Dumbass animals know their own owner, but our people don't even know our own people, man. You know what I'm saying? Done. Night. Go ahead.
You don't know his neck.
Ran through the ringer.
Y'all got something?
Yeah,
all right, go ahead.
Isaiah
Going up and down through there, seeing who can buff it. Go ahead.
Isaiah 29, verse 10. For Yahweh Bashimi outside have poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
Right.
And have closed your eyes.
Yeah, but everybody would say that they woke. Yeah, we woke, man. We gotta go build our own community. We gotta go do this. We gotta go do that. Everybody, they ain't all wicked. Like these niggas is murdering you left and right. You still giving them. Wait. What the fuck is the whole world uprising about right now? Not just here in America. The whole fucking planet is telling you this shit. That's why we ain't gotta say it no more, man. That's why we open up and have to cook too, man. Hey, it's gonna speak on its own. It's not gonna lie, man. We ain't gotta tell you shit no more, man. We done been out here been piping to your ass. We don't look crazy no more because now you trying to find out why is all this shit happening, man. Alright, when we walk around why all the cities is getting burned down right now, man. Because Esau got his foot up your goddamn ass. The devil's come down to you having great wrath. That's why. Alright, somebody give me Genesis 27 and 41, man. grab it. Go ahead.
Isaiah 42, verse 19. I'm going to start verse 18. Hear ye deaf, and look ye blind, that ye may see. Who is blind but my servant?
Jacob.
Or deaf as my messenger that I sent? Who is blind as he that is perfect? And blind as the Lord's servant? Seeing many things, but thou observest not.
Be the same people out there want to go into marches and it's time for black people to rise. Time we the chosen of the year return. This and that. But when we trying to break it down to you what all this here really mean, oh, the white man ain't included. Oh no, we good. We good.
Jake out of here. Oh, the white man can't get into heaven? Oh no, we straight. We out of here. You know?
Opening the ears, but he heareth not.
Opening the ears, but heareth not. You know where to stop it, but you don't understand, man. You don't understand. What you got? Just 27:41. Give me that.
So Genesis 47.
Give me start at 40 first.
Genesis chapter 47.
All right, no. 27, verse 40.
No scriptures.
Nothing. This is all hard.
Genesis chapter 27 and verse 40. And by thy sword thou shalt live.
Now this is Isaac blessing Esau, right? And he done lived throughout the whole planet Earth, devouring the whole planet. Yet he ain't the wicked. His blessing was given to take peace from the earth. Grab me Revelation 6 and 8. Going hand in hand with this. This is what I'm saying. He's not really going on. He ain't really the wicked. He was designed to be the wicked, man. He got a job to play out. This nigga's perfect, man.
Job 9 and 24. Get that too.
Yeah, I got you. The earth was given to the hand. Come on, man.
And the deceiver is his.
This is his spot, his position, man. You the one wicked going off. He was created to be the righteous, but yet you playing the wicked, man. You trying to play this devil's role, man. Go ahead.
Revelation 6 and verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them.
Stop right there. This is Job 9:24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who and where is he? The main judge right here is our Lord. All right? Now the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Now as we're reading over here about the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse that you like to talk about, read it again.
God. Revelation 6 verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse.
Oh, go up to 4 real quick.
Revelation 6 verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red.
Esau. His name was changed to Edom because he wanted that same red meat that he sold his birthright for, right? That red horse, that power. Go ahead. We just read the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Go ahead.
And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
And so the border of wickedness, as we read in Malachi, you can read that in, what is that, 1 Maccabees 1 and 1, when Alexander went forth and wickedness was spread throughout the earth then. All right? Come on, man. We know the scriptures, man. Precept upon precept, man. There's no escaping this. This is just what is prescribed.
Matter of fact, get that in Maccabees, Baba Kashah, to prove your point. You know where it's at.
Revelations. Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, and also 2 Thessalonians 2.
Oh yeah, 2 and 8. Yep. This is 1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 1. This Maccabees chapter 1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, and it happened after that Alexander, the son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim.
And that was Philip II.
Right.
You know, the father of who you call Alexander the Great.
Right.
You know, the Greeks, which were so-called white people, Edomites. Go ahead.
It says, has smitten Darius, the king of the Persians and the Medes, and had reigned.
So the Greeks took down the Persian Empire.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
It says reigned in instead the first over Greece. Now I'm going to jump over to, he goes and has his rulership and rules. Going up to verse 9. Well, let me go to verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years, then died, and his servants bare rule every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so that their sons, after many years, and evils would multiply in the earth. This is when Esau came out in the earth and started spreading his wickedness on the earth, man. And we just was reading about how Alexander the Great, who's in the history books, the so-called white man, went forth, and then they started multiplying with the wickedness. We read about how the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. All right, we read about how that red horse came out. Continue on. That was you was reading the red horse? Yeah, go ahead and read that again.
Revelation 6 and verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him
power was given like the earth was given into him. Right. We just read when it happened, and it happened with Alexander. All right, it started happening. Go ahead.
That set thereon to take peace.
And really, we're going through them, Antiochus and all them, and so on and so forth, and Hellenization, man, whitewashing the whole. That's when it started happening, man. All right, when the so-called white man started whitewashing everything, man, Hellenizing the whole thing. Now they're Americanizing people, man. The same people. Go ahead. This is in history, man. You can go outside the Bible and read that Alexander the Great. They did this, man. All right, there's something called Hellenization that they did. This is why the whole earth started speaking those things. They started whitewashing, called iconoclasm. This is in history. Go ahead.
And power was given to him that set thereon to take peace from the earth.
So there was a person that was going to take peace from the earth. That's why we call them the wicked, right? Go ahead.
And that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
Khan, go back to where you was at Genesis 27:41. Or 27 and 40. This is the blessing that Esau was blessed with from Isaac. That's why I say it's got to be precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, man. All right, because with this, with all that, you can get understanding, man. Because if you can't piece this together, then you ain't gonna know nothing, man. Go ahead.
This is Genesis 27 and verse 38. Esau said unto his father, "Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also."
Hey, hold on real quick. Go ahead. Let me grab this real quick. Read that part again.
Genesis 27 and 38. And Esau said unto his father, "Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father." And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
God, this is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. So right here, he crying out because he just sold his birthright unto his brother Jacob. Now he want that blessing because Isaac is blessing with the blessings. It says, "For you know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears." Now continue on.
Genesis 27 and 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, "Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth."
Right, we just read that. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. This is why the so-called white man is ruling the whole earth right now. Everybody's under his subjection. Keep going.
"And the dew of heaven from above."
He has all the best places. Look at the Rothschilds, the elites. Keep going.
"And by thy sword shalt thou live."
And he dominates all these other all these other countries with his military.
It doesn't say white people.
You're right. It says Edomites. You're right. You're right.
You
You're
know
right.
what Edomites are?
You're right. You're right. We're not talking about white
It
people.
doesn't say color.
Well, it speaks about colors.
Read the Bible again. Read the Bible again, bro. Hebrews 12 and 16. Because we just had this conversation. Let me ask you a question. Do you know that everybody had a biblical nationality before we were categorized?
I'm probably not as versed as you generally are. I think it's quite the bravery.
Do you want to deal with the scriptures or not? If not, we don't need to talk.
No, we do. I do.
All right, well, get the scripture.
So this is Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16. It says, "Lest there be any fornicator."
You got a husband? A man out here with you? Listen. All right.
Well,
Get that real quick.
it says, "Lest there be any profane person as Esau."
Do you know who Esau is?
Yeah, in the Bible, I do.
Who is
I don't know his color.
Well, who?
Well, it say he was born red all
Yeah.
over like a hairy garment.
Yeah, go ahead.
In Genesis 27, because he said it says nothing about color, but the Bible speaks on color, right?
And we read how he sold his birthright for that same red meat, the red morsel of meat. Like when you go to a restaurant, they want their meat rare, right? Their flesh, their blood shows forth through their flesh, right? Down south, we call them rednecks, right? So this is the red man that the scriptures talk about.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Hey, people just getting sealed and marked, bro. Hey, but the thing is, bro, people they just so got Stockholm syndrome. They just so ready to protect Master.
Yeah.
They so ready, Master.
Yeah.
No, you ain't
What about
talking
you?
about Master.
What
No, don't talk about Master. Don't talk about Master. Anytime it's against the so-called white man, Jake ready to protect the so-called white man.
Yeah.
But he killing you in the streets, right? Come on, man.
And what happened after 9/11 when the so-called white man came down on these Arabs? When the Arabs was getting slaughtered and whatnot, man. How come you so-called Negroes want to say, he's for the Arabs, let's all come together for them? All right, you ain't say nothing when they was getting mowed down, but now you're talking about Esau. Oh, you got to go into his because that's Stockholm syndrome, because of their image, man. You don't see yourself in these positions, man. Again, like the brother was reading, you blinded, man. And these things got you blinded and you can't quite see these things. It's right there in front of you, man. We read precept upon precept about not only who he is, describing the color that he is, what position he would be playing in the earth right now, and you can't see it, man. You know who's the most dominating military on the face of the earth. You know who's the most greatest kingdom on the face of the earth right now, the most richest one, and you know who's running that kingdom, but yet and still, apparently this ain't the wicked man.
Hey,
you know?
who set this image up?
Yeah.
The Chinese man?
If not, who and where is he? Yeah.
The Chinese man?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Keep reading, bro.
And it's a saying, in regards to find out who's over you, find out who you can't criticize.
Right.
You know, right? We can't talk about a so-called white man, so that shows you right there he's on some power.
Yeah.
You know, going into saying anti-Semitism, you know, which obviously is only thing, but
Go back to Genesis 27.
Genesis 27 and 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above.
Right, and don't the elites and the Rothschilds, don't they have the top of the top, the cream of the crop of all these areas and everything like that, man? Don't they live in these high rises and penthouses? All right, aren't they eating non-GMO food, drinking clean water and everything else like that, while the rest of us is living in the slums, right? All right, this is Esau Edom we talking about, man. The king of the crop, man. The Rothschilds, man. Y'all know how to talk about the Rothschilds and the elite bankers and all of them, right? Ain't they Edomites? You know? But yet and still, oh, they not the problem. They not the problem. These are the people that own the banks in all the countries, man. George Soros, you know, George Soros is over here operating the Black Lives Matter movement, right? You know, these are the people that's manipulating your own people and putting them in spawns. Go ahead.
Genesis 27 and 40. And thy sword by thy sword shalt thou live.
And so Isaac blessed Esau with this sword. All right, like we read in Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there was a great sword given unto him, the red horse. It's the same red person who sold his birthright for that same red morsel of meat that was given that great sword to take peace from the earth in Revelation chapter 6, man. Now he's being blessed and said, and by thy sword shalt thou live. What other nation was given that blessing, man? No other nation got to dominate the whole earth by their sword, man. All right, the Egyptians did it pretty much, they was all like first off, and they was along the Nile River with their agriculture.
Can I ask you a question real quick? How was this country established?
By bloodshed. They came, raped, robbed, and murdered.
But who did it?
It was the so-called white man, Columbus and them, and so on and so forth.
And was it people living on this earth?
It was. They took it.
I mean, on this continent.
From our people.
They stole it, right?
Right.
And then they went and brought who over here in slavery?
The Southern Kingdom, the so-called Negroes.
The so-called Negroes and enslaved them, right?
Yeah.
So damn. So who ruling the planet right now?
And how do you get the rest of the planet? It's called sanctions and bombing the whole earth.
And killing people, right?
Ruling the
All
planet
right,
right now.
All right,
God's children. Man ain't ruling nothing over here.
So why
man don't run nothing over here.
Who face
man
on the
don't
money?
run me.
Who face on the money?
Who face on the money?
You spend?
I don't care nothing. Forget that money.
Exactly.
Forget that money.
Hey,
I don't care nothing
you
about
can't-
that money.
you can't
think
reason.
I care anything about
You
money?
can't reason
you
with
think
him.
I care anything about anything they created in this world?
You can't
I don't
reason with
care.
him.
I
Hey,
don't care.
that's
I don't
hey,
care.
go back to scripture. That's the man you can't reason with. You can't reason with.
Let's go back to scripture, man.
Genesis 27 and 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and thou shalt serve thy brother.
Wait, go back, read that again.
Genesis 27 and 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live.
Everything that the so-called white man has in his possession now, he got it by the force of the sword. This nigga
Violence,
got
right?
Huh?
By violence.
By violence. This nigga came out with the Gatling gun to take out the Gadites. You know what the Gatling gun is? A Hotchkiss gun? Motherfucking, what they call miniguns now, they used to unload on the so-called Native American Indians. They killed and slaughtered all the buffalo and took away their food, man. They came over here and slaughtered you so-called Negroes over here. They went to the Middle East and just bombed all of that the last 20 years, man. What do you think they do in Iran? Look at Venezuela. What are they doing there? They got a self-proclaimed president over there and bombing the fuck out of them too. Taking all that shit, man. So anything that the so-called white man get is diplomatically by bombs. You see what happened in World War II? Hiroshima and Nagasaki? How you think he dropped his nuts on all these other nations, man? We got nukes and we'll use them. What other nation dropped nukes on anybody, man? What other nations other than the so-called white man hold nuclear bombs, man? The two biggest people with nuclear bombs is Russia and America. They both Edomites. So you cannot reason with this, man. There's no African nations. There's no so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American nations with no military like this, man. We being dominated on every side, bro. We in captivity, bro. We at the bottom. Welcome to hell, baby. This is where we at. I don't know if you understand your slave master, but this is where we at. Keep reading.
You right, we in here, but I'm
Genesis 27 and 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother.
Right. So ultimately, Esau's going to have to serve his brother because we know Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows, man. Revelation, give me Revelation 13 and 10, straight to the point. That's it on that right there.
This is Revelations chapter 13.
Oh, wait, hold on. God is on our side, we in heaven. I'm still paying taxes. I still got to breathe this bullshit. I got to worry about niggas with the coronavirus. I got to go to work. I'm still sweating. The Lord said you have to sweat, but you have to work by the sweat of your brow. I'm sweating all the goddamn time, man. I'm feeling these goddamn curses. I feel Ezekiel 94 on the highways and the byways crying and sighing for the abominations in this bitch, man. I'm tired of seeing homosexuals walk around this bitch, man. I'm tired of seeing the white man out of chains around this bitch, man. This ain't heaven. If this is heaven, goddamn it, bro. Read, bro. You drunk, bro. The white man is in hell over in this bitch, man. This is his nation. He's still paying taxes, man. Hey, these elites is in hell, man. They can't even be pedophiles no more, man. They getting caught. Epstein and all these niggas are getting caught, man. This shit is bad for everybody, man. Go ahead.
Revelations 13, verse 9.
Yeah, Donald Trump got stressed right now. He run this bitch, man. Come on, man. Read.
God, Revelations 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear,
Matthew 24.
let him hear.
Right. Wait, this is why the scripture said, if any man have an ear, let him hear. We all got ears, man. But only somebody with the same mind was gonna hear something like this and consider this. Go ahead.
He that leadeth.
Hold on, this nigga say he don't pay taxes. Obviously, you either selling drugs, which is illegal, and the white man gonna come personally. Read, man.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
And how do we get over here? We got brought over here by the force of the sword in captivity, man. Right now they deciding laws for reparations for the slavery that happened here in America, man. A couple years ago they had a law, 2 years ago they had a law about apologizing for slavery, man. Major corporations are apologizing for slavery, changing up their names and getting rid of angiovirus right now. Because of why? We was brought over here in slavery. That's part of our history, right? And they know that this is coming to pass. Read that again.
Revelations 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity.
So the so-called white man led us into captivity over here. Go ahead.
Shall
Bring up
go.
Jeremiah 30 and 16.
Shall go into captivity.
Right, and this was our problem last week at camp. We had one of these goddamn Edomites that was bugged out, said he ain't going into captivity. Like, yo, this is how we got here. Yeah, you in the right spirit. We didn't want to go into captivity, but guess what? Every last one of our asses went into captivity. We spread the four corners of the earth to this day because of that, man. All right, you having these uprisings right now because we in captivity, man. We in oppression right now, man. This is why they gotta scream out that Black Lives Matter right now, but we're not black, we're Israelites, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we still in our oppressors' hands, man. This is why the Lord is coming back to deliver us. This is what you're gonna be delivered from, man. Your oppressors, man. Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Now listen, you might not want to hear it from our song, but y'all like Tupac, Snoop Dogg said, we say, I live by the gun, I die by the gun. You want to say the same thing. You live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword. Earth was given into the hand of the wicked, and he was going to live by a sword, man. He raped, robbed, and murdered the whole planet and stole everything by the force of shedding blood, man. The Lord said if you shed blood on the land, the only way to cleanse it is by that person's blood being shed on that land, man. That's why this place has to be a great sacrifice, man, because they just slaughtered damn near all the so-called Native Americans and Latinos on this land, man. What are you talking about? This is just like you not know our history here, man? The grounds that you use, and Florida itself, this area is where a lot of Hernando Cortez and DeSoto them came into, man. And slaughtered all these people. Every year you have a parade, the Gasparilla Parade, reenacting the slaughtering of our people over here, man. They still celebrate this Columbus Day, man, Thanksgiving Day, man. These are days celebrating the downfall of our people, man. But nevertheless, that was give me Jeremiah 30 and 16. Go ahead and finish on that.
Here's the patience in the faith of the saints.
And that's what we patiently waiting on. We're not out here with that no fucks giving coalition trying to take it in our own hands. Hell no, we're not gonna try to. We just read that he that liveth, he that killed by the sword must die by the sword. We're not going out there like that, man. We about to let the Lord come through and break this goddamn oppressor in front of our eyes, man. And he doing a great job at it right now. Look at how through the coronavirus, America had they became the hot spot. All right, these niggas has got a 0% reproduction rate right now. They committing suicide at an all-time high rate, man. All right, their drugs are all on fentanyl and heroin and dying off. Their economies is all dying up. The Most High doing a great job on these Edomites right now, man. They being disrespected by these other nations out here right now, man. Calling Trump bunker boy and everything like that, man. Come on, man. America's lost his pride, man. They looking at him like, is this the man? Is this the illest nigga in all Babylon?
And now, you know the Rangers, the Green Rangers in the Army. A woman has been enlisted for the first time.
Damn, see, showing that they becoming weak, man.
Yeah.
They having to change all these names to the football teams or whatever, whatnot, the so-called cater to you jakes, man. When they used to do that, for your, just to make fun of you. But now they're like, oh, we're sorry now, man. All right, go ahead with that, Jeremiah 30:16.
Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
So look, all they that devoured us is gonna be devoured, man. Who is devouring us right now, man? When you go look at these skyscrapers, these buildings getting built on the other side of these buildings, who's over there getting devoured Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 40, 60 hours a week, man, sweating, breaking their backs, while the CEOs up in the AC, off in the, you know, so on and so forth, man. We being devoured by them, man. We paying the majority of the taxes out here, man. If you know anything about that, only the rich elites, they get tax write-offs and got LLCs to write everything off on taxes, man. We the ones paying taxes. We the ones building up all this stuff out here, man. All right, they're devouring us, but guess what? According to Isaiah 60, they about to be our slaves and build up our kingdom like how we built up their kingdom. They're going to be building up our kingdom, man. All right, continue on.
Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
Right.
And all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity.
And that's right. And that's what you're about to start seeing happening right now. This is why you're seeing this uprising of all these jakes protesting and rising up and toppling over these statues of these slave owners and so on and so forth.
Hey, so this whole Black Lives Matter movement, what is that against? White supremacy, right?
Right. And why they tearing down the slave statues and stuff like that, man? Around the world, not just here in Florida, not just here in America, but around the whole fucking world, man. Gotta change definition, not because of what we saying. This is the spirit that the Most High is pushing out here, man. Genesis 49:9, man. Hey, who shall rouse him up? This is Judah being roused up first, man. But again, you don't have the eyes to see the prophecies taking place in front of your eyes right now, man. You done on that? All right. Go ahead.
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
All right, come. Go to,
So who prey upon us, man? When you driving down your street in your car, who following you, cutting their lights on? Whose system is that, right? Whose system is that? That's a oppressing system, man. They pulling you over. Why?
Routine check to see if you
exactly, man.
Right. This is slave patrol.
Come on, man.
There was never a police department before you had slave patrols, man. All right, but nevertheless, hey, they talking about being a prey. In your neighborhoods, who own all the gas stations? It's either the Chinese man, the so-called Moabites, the Arab man, the so-called Ishmaelites, the Africans, the so-called Hamites, and what are they doing? They're preying off your people, giving you all pork skins and junky food or whatever, whatnot, all kind of low-level food,
crab stores,
liquor stores, all kind of shit like that. When you go to the white man neighborhood, they don't have that in their gas stations and their grocery stores, man. Their grocery stores, they don't have fruit roll-ups and all kind of candy and high fructose corn syrup type shit in it. They don't got all that in their neighborhoods, man. But in our neighborhoods, they have this, and these other nations are the ones licking off our backs, eating off our wounds, man, oppressing us, man.
Yep.
All right, yeah, the Lazarus story, man. This is the same thing going on, man. That was it. Go ahead.
St. Matthew 24:21. For then shall there be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
Now, so we had this brother was reading earlier about the beginning of sorrows and everything else like that. We were talking about the end of days and wars and rumors of wars and so on and so forth, man. All right, so now you about to have great tribulation. All right, we read earlier in Revelation 12:12 how the devil's come down until you have a great wrath because he know he has but a short time. How does he know he got but a short time? According to 2nd Ezra 9, he measured the time diligently, man. He saw on Revelation 11:11 that we were starting to raise up, and that great fear fell upon them. All right, that wisdom of Solomon 5, man, came upon, fell upon us, and then the fear fell upon them because we knew who we were, coming back to who we were, raising back up. So it's showing him he's got a short time before Esau's the end of the world and Jacob's the beginning of it that followed him, man. So now he know he has but a short time. He's about to start coming out with that great wrath, man. All right, and this is what you're about to start seeing is we know what we're going to read of is Jacob's trouble, man. But as you see martial law and all these things coming out to play, this is for our people. Go ahead, because we've read Isaiah 66 and Isaiah 65, when I call you didn't answer, so I'm going to choose your delusion. I'm about to mow your ass the fuck down, man. Go ahead.
St. Matthew 24:22, and except those days should be shortened.
Go up one more.
Verse 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
So let's think about that, man. You think you can survive going through the Middle Passages, slavery, any of the years in slavery here, man? You think you can survive World War I, World War II, Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Think you can survive any of these old battles, wars, or whatever, whatnot? You think you can survive the flood when the earth was flooded with Noah, man? All this is gonna come to pass all together into one, man. All at the same time, man. Great famine, great death on a large scale, man. All this is about to come to pass all at once, man. Such as there was never a nation into the same time, man. Great tribulation, man. All right, and all the people going to be delivered out of that is the elect of the Lord, man. The ones that come back. When the Lord called, you answered the phone, man. You didn't reject the phone call. That's why the Lord said, hey, because you didn't answer when I called, I'm going to choose your delusion and bring your ass through the gauntlet, man. You about to be in real life Final Destination movie, man. You going to get the desires of your heart, man. These fast-ass women walking around with these outfits, they going to be having their houses rifled and their wives ravished, man. They're gonna be ran through like bar in the streets, man. They're gonna get exactly what they want, man. All right, we're gonna read that. Keep reading. We're gonna grab that. We're gonna see.
It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
God. So this is gonna be the last of the last, of the worst of the worst, man. It ain't gonna get no more worse than this, man. This is gonna be the final course, the final time the Lord's gonna bring out judgment on earth, man. Especially for our people, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
Now let's just look at some of the shit that's going on right now, man. Not even talking about Esau coming down with his martial law, but what you know about 5G, man? How long can you live with the 5G going on, man? How long can you live eating GMO food, man? How long can you live being sprayed with this goddamn chemtrails every day, man? How long can you live with them spreading out this LGBTQ community stuff, man? You're not reproducing no more, man. All right, how much more can you survive with no more money going into the economy, man? America can't go on hypothetically for another 10 years, man. You ain't got the resources. That's why they keep putting in stimulus money, man. This place has been gone, man. It's not gonna go on no further. That's why the script say, hey, but for the elect's sake, them days gonna be shortened. Because why? If those days gonna be shortened, no flesh will be saved, bro. All right, now the devil about to come down and have a great wrath. He about to put everybody to death, man. The Georgia Guidestones say keep the population under 500 million. Newsflash, it's like 7 billion people on the earth, man. That means 6.5 billion people gotta go. That's the same plan as the Most High, man. He about to exterminate half you cockroaches on his place, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Right, so only the elect gonna basically be delivered up out of these things, man. All right, well, it's gonna be more than the elect. Some people are gonna make it, but they're gonna be the first fruits as well too. First fruits in the slavery, basically. All right, go ahead with that over there. Start at verse 5.
It's Jeremiah 30 and verse 5. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling,
Right.
of fear, and not of peace.
Right, because you got these false prophets that's out here. You go to Jeremiah 5, 26, I think it is. You have these false prophets out here that's prophesying these lies, man. God love everybody. God coming back to rapture his people before the tribulation. But newsflash, you living in the belly of the beast right now. You see? Yep. There you go. Read that.
Jeremiah 5 and 26. For among my people are found wicked men.
Where you at? That's it right there. Just start from there.
Jeremiah 5 and 26. For among my people are found wicked men.
Right.
So yes, it's wicked amongst our people, but who is the wicked?
Right, and the wicked among our people, what are they doing to our people? Are they telling them are they telling the people smooth things? Are they telling them lies? Are they telling everything is gonna be okay? You can be whatever you want to be. That's the wicked among our people, man. The Lord set up his prophets, his men to tell you the truth, man. The unadulterated truth, man. All right, go ahead.
God, and it reads, they lay wait as he that setteth snares, they set a trap, they catch men.
So for a prime example, your boy Grandmaster Jay, man, he talking about somewhat the same thing we talking about. He tired of the so-called oppression of these Edomites on our people, right? He talking about putting them into subjection or whatever, whatnot. But he's talking about doing it on his own, with his own arm, his own carnal way, right? That's what we different from them, man. He's trying to draw the people to say, hey, man, we need to go get our guns and go march down on them, whatever, whatnot, man. That's these false prophets leading our people astray, man. Or giving them these false ideologies. Oh, worship Jesus, man. Go and just love everybody, forgive everybody. The white man can be forgiven, man. That's not on the Lord's agenda, man. Right now, if you look at the stats, the Most High is dominating on the Edomites out of all these other nations on planet Earth. They're the ones getting murked the heaviest right now, man. It's clear. It is what it is. But nevertheless, read that again.
God, Jeremiah 5 and 26. For among my people are found wicked men.
And why are these people wicked? Keep going.
They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap, they catch men.
Right, you even have some other Israelite groups that's out there that's not telling you the whole truth, like the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, man. All right, they tell you that you ain't gonna see no tribulation, you're not gonna go through Jacob's trouble, you're not going through these different things. These are wicked people among our people, man. Take the vaccine and all these different things, man. All right, these are wicked amongst our people, no matter if they're proclaiming themselves to be Israelites or if they're your pastors or whatever, whatnot. They're leading our people astray, man. The Most High is calling his people back, but you scattering, man. If you're not gathering, you scattering, man. See, there's one more verse.
All right, verse 27. As a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit.
Right. Let's go march for Black Lives Matter, man. Man, you know that George Soros, a white man founded that. How does a white man found a white non-American? This nigga ain't even an American citizen. He's Hungarian, right? How the fuck he gonna create a Black Lives Matter. Like you niggas are suppressing us, man. How you gonna give us $100 million? The only time a white man gives Jake $100 million, you trust that shit, nigga? Hey, man, a gift destroyed the heart, man. He's trying to bring you straight to the slaughter, man. But our people so woke, they so smart, they don't see this. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 5:27, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they are become great and waxing rich.
Right. Sellouts. Agent provocateurs that'll go like, hey man, we'll sell our people out, because they dumb anyway, they'll follow whatever, and we'll just lead them to the straight, man. Hey, yeah, the mark of the beast is an embargo. Or hey, you ain't gonna get no chip, you ain't gonna go through tribulation. We're gonna get raptured before all this happen, man. God love everybody, He gonna save everybody. You can just, as long as you say Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, you're gonna be saved, man. That's what they've been doing the whole time, and look how rich these churches got, man. Prophesying smooth things, they don't want to hear the truth though, man. Because the truth is sharper than any two-edged sword, man. It's gonna cut your ass, man. It's gonna bring you to your breaking point, like, you know what, maybe I need to stop doing this wicked shit that I'm doing because I'm convicted every time I be confronted by this, man. That's what this is truth gonna do to you. It's gonna make you, it's gonna hurt you before it heals you, man. Alright? Go ahead.
Jeremiah 30 in verse 6.
Go back to 5 real quick.
Jeremiah 30 and 5. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace.
Right, because we telling you that what? Lamentations, woe, death, and destruction is coming to this bitch, man. Ain't nothing pretty coming, man. We telling you the worst of the worst of the worst is coming, man. It's not gonna be a day like this that's ever gonna be, man. We telling you that nothing good is coming out here for you people, man. But what, people look at us like, oh, we become your enemy because we tell you the truth? Y'all all about hate, y'all all about violence, y'all always about negativity. Again, go back before March 13th, 2020, man. Everything we were saying sounded like hate and death and destruction and everything like that. But now you living it. We was just telling you that the goddamn hurricane was coming. Now the hurricane fucking everything up and killing everybody. We didn't make the hurricane do that. We just, the forecast is telling you, hey, it's gonna be massive floodings. Anybody inland by the water, they're gonna drown. That's all we telling you. But now we become your enemy because this is going on, but you have to find it out after death by pain, man. Because you ain't gonna believe it until you get hit by the damn storm anyway, man. Alright? You wanna hear peace and smooth words, man. You don't want to hear the true skinny of what's really coming, man. You don't went to the doctor to go get an STD check and be like, hey dog, if I got AIDS, man, don't tell me, dog, don't tell me. Alright, dog, everything good. 6 months later, your ass shriveled up dying like, oh man, what happened? You ain't want to know the truth, man. You know? They say, what I don't know can't hurt me. Shit, that can be very dangerous to your ass, man. You don't know how much money you got in your bank account. You go on a road trip, trying to put gas in your car and shit. Insufficient funds. Should have looked at how much you had in there first. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 30 and 6.
Hey, wait, that's real crazy. You see, an Edomite roll by, power to the people for doing what y'all doing, standing up, man. But it's got to be a stumbling block to our people, man. You know? But go ahead. When I call you, not answer, man. If I would have sent you to the other nations, surely they would have hearkened. It's just the scriptures, man. Hey, man, we just living it out, man. That's all. We just living out the scriptures, man. What? Go ahead.
Jeremiah 30 and 6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with child.
Right. Go ahead.
Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins?
Right. So the question is, basically, why do I hear a bunch of pregnant niggas in labor? A bunch of guys out here. You know what a lady sound like? If you had a whole hall full of women giving birth at the same time in the hospital, they all screaming to the top of their lungs. Imagine these hardcore gangster men, these military men screaming like, ah! Think about it. Everybody's scared to play sports. Everybody's scared to go anywhere because of coronavirus already, man. You got people riding around in their cars with their mask on, with their gloves on, the windows up, man. That's a motherfucker with their hands in their loins, scared as shit right there. Like, oh shit, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna get the coronavirus, I'm gonna get the coronavirus. You in the car by your goddamn self, man. You by yourself.
Hey, come on. Jake throwing his mask in the ocean and shit.
Jeremiah 30 and 6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with child.
Right.
Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins?
And right, we read earlier that this is all the beginning of sorrows. We're not even there yet, man. We ain't even talking. We're not to what we're reading about yet, man. This is Jacob's trouble we're reading about, man. Where the goddamn martial arts troops are going to be coming in, kicking in doors and putting them M16s to your face, man. You know what I'm saying? They gunning everybody down left and right, so on and so forth, where you just running, man. All right, where you got real plagues out here, where the food don't come in, where you got how these Edomites was feeling in the downtown areas when the riots was going on down there, man. It's gonna be like that 1,000 times worse, man. Go ahead.
Read again. Jeremiah 30 and 6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man do a travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail.
Why these niggas screaming like bitches? All right, go ahead.
and all faces are turned into paleness.
These niggas is shook. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Alas, for that day is great,
Uh-huh.
so that none is like it.
You ain't never seen shit like this in your life, ever before in your life, man. This is about to come through. Hey, again, we seeing previews of it now, man. These people see the coronavirus and they losing their jobs, they start committing suicide because they done lost their pensions and everything like that. And they think that's the end of the world, man. No. Wait till you start getting hunted down, man.
Hey, like
Right.
your one boy off the commercial say, but wait, there's more.
There's more. There's more.
Yeah.
It's more than that. You know, you're gonna get invaded by these other nations and so on and so forth. Wait till they start bombing this place over here, start invading this place over here, man. All right, wait till you have to start making decisions about looking at your kids and whether or not you're gonna board them tonight or tomorrow night, man. Because there's great famines and death and destructions, great earthquakes and hurricanes and pestilence, man. Imagine a goddamn big ass hurricane come through this bitch and knock out all the power in this state of emergency, but then you got the pandemic going on all around the same time. Then what? You know, people gonna be scurrying, man. You see what it was like over the toilet paper, man. You had niggas screaming like bitches then if we don't get the toilet paper and shit, man. Imagine when you got a shortage of food, man. All right, months on in after this, man. Keep going.
Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
Uh-huh.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble,
Uh-huh.
but he shall be saved out of it.
14. Come on, but he shall be saved out of it. The he that's gonna be saved out of it, right? Real quick, go to Daniel 12. Grab that. 12 more. Yeah, 12 more.
Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people.
That's right.
And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation.
So I keep repeating the same thing. It's going to be a time like never before, right? The only thing that's going to be able to save us is divine intervention, man. Something spiritual, not nothing carnal, not your carnal arms, not your weapons, not your doomsday prepping. Not nothing that you can do, man. You're going to have a divine intervention from these things that's coming on this here earth, man. It's going to be way worse than anything else that's ever happened on the earth, man. Anything all at the same time, man. All right, and you start to see this all happening right now, man. All right, go ahead.
Even to that same time.
Uh-huh.
And at that time thy people shall be delivered.
Wait, who is the Lord? The Lord got people, right? It's not everybody. Keep going.
Everyone that shall be found written in the book.
Right, and we know exactly where that's written in the book and where you can find all these people. You can go to Revelation chapter 7, man. 12,000 out of each of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. All right, you go to verse 9, it'll tell you about the multitude out of every nation, kindred, and tongue. That's the 1/3 that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, man. So we got everybody accounted for over here. I don't know where everybody else's discrepancy is. We see the roster of who getting saved and who not getting saved. Continue, you want to read that part again?
The whole thing.
No, everyone that should be saved.
Finishing up Daniel 12 and 1. Everyone that shall be found written in the book. Yeah. I'll read it again.
Yeah, just read it again.
Daniel 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people.
Kind of divine intervention. Go ahead. Salvation. Go ahead.
And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time.
You're going to have famines, wars, rumors of wars, sicknesses, diseases, pestilence, man. Your economy going to be collapsed, man. You're going to be just running to and fro, man. It's like The Purge, like the Book of Eli. All these movies all combined into one. Why do you think they keep showing you these movies, man? Go on.
And at that time thy people shall be delivered.
Wait, at that time, thy people, possessive, not the people, thy people, right? The Lord, we read that in Amos 3. We read that all over the scriptures earlier today. The Lord only chose one people, right? And set them above all the other people that's on the face of the earth, the Israelites. Go ahead.
Everyone that shall be found written in the book.
But not all of Israel is going to be saved, because 2/3 of our people are going to be cut off and they're going to die on this side, man. Because they don't want to hearken, because when we call, the Lord call, you ain't answer. So He's going to number you to the sword, choose your delusion, and get your ass mowed the fuck down out here, man. You're going to either be missile food, or you're going to just be a sacrifice to the birds, man. Go ahead.
Daniel 12 and 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
Right. So look, you got some of us right now who done woke up to this in truth, to who we are and whatever, whatnot, man. Hey, we thankful for that, man. But again, you got 2/3 of our people that's gonna have to learn after death by pain, man. They're gonna have to come back into the kingdom, being born again, like, damn. Yeah, y'all was telling us the whole time. I'm so ashamed. Like, how the fuck did I get this to begin with, man? All right, when the missiles come down and be burning your ass up, it's gonna come into your mind at that point in time. But then you're gonna be reborn again, and you're gonna see us on the same. And you're gonna see the same people. Like, damn, this is my father now. This nigga, he was telling me the whole time. what the hell? Why was I so rebellious, man? It's gonna be the heaviest weight you're gonna ever have to carry on your shoulder, man. All right, and amongst all these heathens, they're in their righteous state. They're supposed to be doing this, man. But you're supposed to be standing up. These people are all about to worship and honor you. But guess what? You're gonna have to die like them, man. Dishonorable death with the rest of the heathen, man. They're gonna be glorified in front of these goddamn nations and these heathens and having them bow and sit down. You're like, damn, your power just came out of nowhere, fucked us all up. We're gonna bow down to you. Let us serve you, man. We're gonna bring all our gold and our silver unto you, man. But no, you're gonna be our children in those days, man. You got to learn from the gods, man. Go ahead.
Second Ezra 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
We was reading that in Revelation 12 and 12. Go ahead. Why woe to the world? Because the devil's coming down and you have a great wrath, man. All right, the wicked that the Lord created to be like that, man. He has a role. Somebody got to play this role. Somebody got to be the wicked to come down with the great wrath. The Lord's got to have somebody to fight against when he come back, man. He didn't just create the movies that I'm going to be the ultimate good guy, but there ain't no bad guy I'm going to fight in the challenge. We even know, according to 2 Ezra 13, that the Lord's going to have to put the spirit on these goddamn Edomites to fight because they're going to be scared, man. But he wanted a challenge, man. It's a complete script, man. All right, go ahead.
2 Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh.
Now, who is the sword? We went through this already. Esau, the wicked, is the sword, man. He was given the great sword to take peace from the earth. So now the devil's come down into you having great wrath. The devil's got that great sword to take peace from the earth, and now he's coming down. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Come take peace with the sword. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus 33, verse 14.
Oh.
Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look all upon the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another.
Right. You got hot, you got cold. You got left, you got right. You got up, you got down. You got male, you got female. You got good, you got evil. Con, go ahead.
Con. Verse 15. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh.
The sword, Esau draweth nigh. The wicked draweth nigh, coming down with his great wrath. At the end all be all. He knows he has but a short time. He's about to lose out of his rulership. If you know that it's your last 5 minutes playing the game, you finna get your last little shit in before you have to pack it up and go, man. Right? Go ahead.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another people.
Right. So one people could stand up and fight against another people. We ultimately know that this is how you go into Jacob or Esau's in the world, and Jacob is the beginning that followeth. All right, and Esau ultimately is about to come down having a great wrath with, up against his people, against Jacob, man. Yo.
Yeah, I need a camera because it's about to die. Palm, you got any juice? Nobody ain't got no juice?
I got you. I got you, son.
All right, to you out there watching this live feed, my camera's about to die, so I'm about to log off. So, hey, shalom to all you brothers out there listening and learning, a few sisters as well. All right? Yeah, I only got 5%. My phone about to die. Yeah, just close out. Yeah. He said close out? All right, so get a precept, close out, and because I only got 5%, make it quick, Baba Bashar, for it. Because if I don't get this on before it cut off, it's done.
2 Ezra 16, it's not 15, it's 16. It's not 15 and 15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Right, Esau's about to come down and you having that great wrath, right? He's about to bring in his death and destruction for the last time, bring out that final judgment, man. All right, this happens to end. This is how it's going to all end off for our people, man. That final judgment, man. But ultimately, like we read in Isaiah 66 and 65, man, the Lord called you to come back, man. If you don't want to come back, hey, man, He's going to choose your delusion and put you to death, man. We show you our labor and love and our sacrifice, man. And so what? You should take heart into what Lord's man's got to say, man. All right, so we're going to go ahead and close out with that. Lord, when the elect was edified. Got something? All right, so Lord, when the elect was edified, until the next time we say, Call Allah,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash.
Double honor to the apostles, that was a great millstone that taught us this truth and that ruled well. And salutation, much love for you. I can push this truth to sincerity in the four corners of the earth and endure the afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So next time, stay strong.